Who'd have thought that while third great Uncle Song was absorbing the life extension elixir, the Heavenly Capital Court would seize the chance to strike at the Song family, and even target the Song family's most vital force, the Iron Arm Legion, just after dealing with old duel. Yun Xiang saw the names generated on the panel, and immediately felt speechless. What is all this? Are these the best options you can come up with? The little girl waved her hand smugly. No. These options were calculated using big data, based on your behavior patterns, trash host. Yun Xiang didn't get what she meant. The little girl grinned and explained, damage rebound. Think it's tacky, don't you? Since it's based on your behavior, trash host, the tackiness comes from you. Yun Xiang raised an eyebrow. Then what's there for you to be smug about? Tacky or not, it's still picking a name for you. Fine, I'll just pick the third one. Universe Invincible Thunder, Flash Red Diamond. The little girl finally realized. Seeing such a tacky name, she immediately protested. No way. Yun Xiang pointed at the list, puzzled. By the way, why is there a censored one? The little girl shrugged helplessly. No choice. Even an omnipotent being like me is bound by some irresistible forces. Yun Xiang didn't want to waste time on this, so he picked one casually. Alright. Let's just call you Little Red for now. That way you can team up with Little Blue as an AI duo. Ignoring Little Red's protests, he said, and left the mental world. The next second, his consciousness returned to his body. Seeing this, Ma San and Xiao Beija quickly supported him with concern. Yun Xiang, regaining awareness, waved them off. I'm fine, Uncle Bei. Check if that guy's still alive. With that, Yun Xiang ripped off the ring wrapped around his finger, pulling out the black mist along with it. Ma San asked, puzzled, young master, what the heck is this thing? It feels pretty dangerous. Yun Xiang replied, I don't know either, but for now, it doesn't seem to pose a threat anymore. Just as he finished speaking, Xiao Beija's voice came from behind. Young master, this guy's still breathing, but he's unconscious. Should we finish him off? Yun Xiang replied, no need. Have the shadow guards lock him up first. Arrange for medics to check on him. I'll leave this side to you. I'm going inside to check things out. After giving instructions, he entered the room. At that moment, third grade Uncle Song was still absorbing. Almost done. Little Red, come out. Receiving the command, Little Red smugly materialized in midair. Oh my. Trash host. Need the great me to help you again? Yun Xiang didn't bother arguing, pulling out the ring. Do you know what this is? Little Red leaned in, sniffed around, comparing with database records. Comparison failed. No matching data in the records. Yun Xiang reminded her, exasperated. Didn't I give you all that old guy's memory fragments earlier, right? Little Red slapped her forehead. Oh right. Hold on a sec. I need some time to piece together these memory fragments and organize them. With that, she started working the system panel. An hour passed quickly. Just as Yun Xiang was losing patience, Little Red finally found something. Done. Let me see. Based on the data from that guy's memory fragments, this ring, serial number 0518, a prototype black ring, is a portable external nanomachine from the 18th era, originally used for medical assistance and enhancement. That's all I could extract from the memory fragments. There are some other fragmented keywords. Offline terminal. Star element war. Tower of Babel. Tower. Yun Xiang frowned. What a mess. What is all this? Little Red scratched her head awkwardly. Oh my. This is all pulled from that old trash's memory fragments. The memories were already incomplete, and I haven't fully sorted the rest. Fine, so how do I use this black ring? Little Red replied confidently. Its usage rights are currently bound, but that can't stop the great me. With a little time to analyze, I should be able to crack it. Mid-sentence, Yun Xiang suddenly got a call from Old Master Song. Yun Xiang, I heard an intruder broke into your side. No accidents, right? Yun Xiang shook his head. No problem. Just a small fry. Already dealt with. Good to know. How's third uncle doing? Almost there. Should be done soon. Hearing this, Old Master Song nodded. If the eastern courtyard's secure, can you come to the central courtyard parlor now? Yun Xiang sensed something off. Something happened. Old Master Song replied. Seems there's an unexpected situation. According to the Gu family's intel, the court might use your commendation as an excuse to move against the Iron Arm Legion. If, as you said before, the beast tide breaks out in a few dozen days. In short, it's bad. Come talk in person. Yun Xiang realized the gravity, tossing the ring to Little Red. Crack it slowly. Tell me when it's usable. Oh, and be careful. I suspect that old trash left some tricks. Little Red grinned. Heh. Just a pile of trash dozens of times weaker than even you, trash host. The great me will handle it with ease. Plenty of time ahead. Straight to the grave. Rest in peace. Outside, Ma San was standing guard. Yun Xiang casually cast a formation barrier, enveloping the whole room. Uncle Ma, I'm heading to the central courtyard. Guard this place well. With that, under Ma San's odd gaze, he strode outside. Smooth moves. And a triple-layered barrier too. The young master's formation skills are godly. Yun Xiang frowned, feeling a vague unease. According to my original plan, the enhanced Iron Arm Legion would be the foundation for stopping this beast tide. In the last cycle, the Iron Arm Legion made huge contributions, to the southern wilderness Great Wall against the tide, without them buying time. Yong'an City would have been swallowed instantly. If my influence altered the original timeline, and at this critical moment, we lose the Iron Arm Legion's key role, that'd be tricky. Song Yun Xiang's long-lost mysterious parents finally appeared. Iron Wall preparations. The court's excuse ties back to them. Just moments ago, after chatting outside the Song Manor's central courtyard parlor, the Gu family head had to leave early for business. Marquis Song stayed behind, somewhat restrained, fully representing our Nanzhou Gu family. Thanks for your hospitality today, Marquis. I've got some matters to attend to, so I'll take my leave. Farewell. Marquis, no need to see me out. Old Master Song nodded, asking Song Mu beside him to escort her. The Gu family head gave Old Su a meaningful look. Mr. Su, why not join me? Old Su couldn't refuse, and agreed. Chingyi guessed. Next, Old Master Song and Dean Gu are gonna talk secret stuff with that punk Yun Xiang. Better not get involved. Might as well watch the drama from here. Stay out of it. So he hurried after Old Su. After they left, Old Master Song turned to Dean Gu. Let's wait a moment. I just contacted Yun Xiang from the side hall. He's on his way. It's almost noon. Dean Gu, why not have lunch here? We can chat while we eat. Soon, they gathered by the pavilion outside the Song Manor. Chingyi smirked, grabbing Song Mu, watching the two ahead, with a gossip-hungry look. Head butler, let's just watch from here. Give those two some space. The Gu family head stood silently by the pavilion. So this is the opportunity you've sought for so long? Old Su nodded, grunting a simple Still can't let go at your age. Old Su gave a bitter smile. Sorry, he said. The Gu family head hesitated, leaving a comment before walking into the pavilion. Don't worry, Brother He-Ming, I'll always have your back. Thanks, Old Su replied, saying no more. The pavilion shuttle sped off into the distance. What no one expected was that this scene was secretly recorded by enemies hiding in the shadows. One of them, Egudo, from Miran Kingdom's Southern Shadow. Combat Strategy Task Force, First Assault Team Leader, Early Heaven Tier Realm. That peak Heaven Tier old hag is gone. But the dangerous-looking Heaven Tier old man stayed. Hearing this, his companion spoke up. Not just dangerous-looking, he's legit dangerous. The speaker, Tabebo, also from Miran Kingdom's Southern Shadow. Combat Strategy Task Force, Tech Team Leader, Late Earth Tier Realm. That old geezer was the one who wrecked our plan in Yuanding City before. Meluo from the Half-Life Saint sect. Even using Heavenly Demon Disintegration, he still lost to him. Egudo broke into a cold sweat. Now what? So many powerhouses in this border town. Will it mess up our plans? Tabebo shook his head. Let's head back first. The recon pack's energy is low. Barely enough for 2 more quarters of cloaking. And that weird guy who broke in earlier. He could walk on air, showing Heaven Tier strength. But the recon pack couldn't read his true realm. If even a powerhouse like that couldn't trouble the Song family much. That's worth noting. We need to report this to the boss quick. Let's go. They left as they spoke, vanishing into the city. At the same time, in the Song family parlor's main hall, Song Yun Xiang pushed the door open. I'm here, Grandpa. Ding Gu, long time no see. Gu Shijing. Wait, no. I should call you Marquis now, congrats. Seeing him bow, Song Yun Xiang waved it off. No need for that. Not to mention, I haven't officially been titled yet. Even if I am, it's thanks to your guidance, Dean. As a student of Jiwu Academy, I can't accept such a grand gesture. After some pleasantries, they took their seats. Old Master Song got to the point. Yun Xiang, this morning's talks with the Gu family head reached a preliminary alliance agreement. The Gu family showed sincerity, providing us with key intel. Now, with no outsiders here, I'll cut to the chase. I called you here to get your thoughts on a few matters. According to Dean Gu, intel from the Gu family's court informants suggests His Majesty might use the chance to commend you as an opportunity to find an excuse to strip the Song family of the Iron Arm Legion's command. Yun Xiang, what do you think? Song Yun Xiang frowned deeply at this. Is this intel reliable? Dean Gu replied, 70% certain. After all, as a host awakening, it means the Song family will eventually produce another Saint tier. So the court rewards heavily on one hand, while curbing the Song family's military power on the other. This might just be a test of the Song family's loyalty, but it could also be a real move. And the Iron Arm Legion structure has long violated court regulations. But whether it's disbandment or reorganization, or transferring General Song Qing, the commander, to replace him with another leader, how the court plans to act specifically isn't clear yet. Regarding the court's actions, Song Yun Xiang said he could understand fame, fortune, power, and justice for things hard to balance, yet tough to choose between. The court has its reasons for doing this. Dean Gu recalled what he'd said before leaving school about a beast tide hitting the southern wilderness Great Wall. Song Yun Xiang gave a detailed rundown, barring surprises. Within 40 days, an unprecedented beast tide will erupt in the southern wilderness. Tens of thousands of high-tier ferocious beasts will breach the southern wilderness Great Wall, along with an unknown number of Saint-tier beasts emerging with this tide. Hearing this, Dean Gu couldn't help but gasp. Saint-tier beasts too? Old Master Song's brow furrowed, explaining the gravity of the situation. Even if our high-tier forces can deal massive damage to the beast horde, without the Iron Arm Legion, We lack the basic forces to hold the line against low-tier beasts. If low-tier beasts break through the Great Wall, Yong'an City will bear the brunt. Then Nanzhou and Shishui's Shanzhua Pass in the heavenly capital will face the tide slaughter. Yun Xiang nodded. Exactly. In my original plan, the enhanced Iron Arm Legion was a key part of the defense line. Otherwise, daunting Big Sis's Chilean army alone can't hold such a long front. By the way, Grandpa, as far as I know, the Iron Arm Legion isn't just against court rules. It's not even fully under court command. What's the deal with that? Can you fill me in? Hearing his question, Old Master Song didn't hold back, recounting the Iron Arm Legion's history. Its official structure falls under my Yong'an City Marquisite's military authority. That part fully complies with heavenly capital regulations, no issue there. But it's overstaffing and overreach are a leftover problem from history. It goes back 20 years. 20 years ago, in the southern wilderness, a large-scale beast tide hit the Great Wall. The Great Wall's garrison suffered heavy losses. The garrison commander died in battle. Your uncle Song Qing stepped up in the crisis. Song Qing reorganized the remaining garrison. With a do-or-die resolve, he took on the beasts breaching the Great Wall, fighting to the death. Luckily, your father, Song Lang, heard about it and rushed to the southern border with a group. They brought tons of supplies. And your mother provided ample military funds. Over the next few months, in battles to wipe out the beasts, the garrison grew by recruiting more. Eventually, forming the Iron Arm Legion, a unique hybrid force. Early on, only the garrison part had court-sanctioned status, while the rest, soldiers, gear, pay, relied on the Song family and your mother's wealth to sustain. Plus, with fierce fighting, the court turned a blind eye. Later, during the Imperial Tomb War, court politics shifted. Our Song family lost its Saint tier, moved from the heavenly capital to this border town. With the Iron Arm Legion in hand, we avoided revenge from old political foes. In the years since, the overstaffed portion of the Iron Arm Legion has been funded by the Song family. The court's been winking at the overreach issue. All this time, Song Yunxiang's brow furrowed. Wow, so that's how it is. Third great uncle Song finally finished absorbing the life extension elixir. But the first thing he did upon regaining peak condition was get a trendy modern haircut, reviving the charm of a centuries-old imperial sister, Hu Yanwei, while Song Yunxiang discussed strategies with Old Master Song. Over on the other side, third great uncle Song finished his absorption state, now feeling refreshed and clear-headed, his mind sharp. No wonder it's the legendary life extension elixir from ancient texts. I feel incredible right now. After marveling, he took off his shirt, inspecting himself closely, thrilled to find not only had his lifespan increased, but his physical strength had massively improved too, compared to his near-death state before, like a completely different person, every punch brimming with controlled power. Third great uncle Song calmed his excitement. Awesome, Yun Xiang, this kid's full of surprises for me. In this state, I could break through any time. Back to Saint Tier 4th layer, AB 10th day, reclaiming my peak. Mid-sentence, a hint of disappointment crossed his face. Sigh. Too bad I lost an arm. No worries, no worries. Even now, I'm pretty damn impressive. If I flew back to the heavenly capital, I'd scare the pants off those old geezers again. Oh right, little Wei's still waiting in the underground courtyard. Gotta give her a little shock first. Since I'm in such great shape, time to trim the hair and beard. Where's my wristband? I need to check the trendiest hairstyles. While rummaging, third great uncle Song spotted the elixir nearby, and a letter left by Song Yunxiang. Grandpa called me to the central courtyard for something. After absorbing the elixir, don't wander off. Wait for me here. Decide yourself if you want to use the other elixirs. After reading the contents, he eagerly turned his gaze to the elixirs in the bottle. Age-reversing elixir, jade skin elixir. If I'm shocking little Wei, might as well go all out. Ha. Meanwhile, in the side hall of the central courtyard parlor, Old Master Song finished explaining the situation. Inside helplessly, the Iron Arm Legion itself does have regulatory issues. If the court latches onto this, even with past diligence and merits, there's no solid ground to plead leniency from His Majesty. Song Yunxiang nodded after listening. On the surface, that's true. But at its core, the court's making this move must have a real reason. He recalled following Four Eyes in the illusion realm, watching historical tales and dramas unfold. In the ancient history of the Imperial Tomb era, there were too many similar cases. Some generals fell to enemy espionage, schemes and setups. Some crossed factions, or the ruler's personal interests. Others wielded power too openly, sparking the ruler's envy or displeasure. The worst were caught in succession disputes, framed and ruined. Thinking this, Song Yunxiang shared his view. To handle the upcoming beast tide, we need to plan ahead for the Iron Arm Legion's potential loss of power, and find ways to break the deadlock. The key is figuring out the court's real motive this time. Only by addressing the root cause can we find a solution. The Iron Arm Legion's strength must be preserved at all costs. Behind us are the lives of millions in Nanzhou, and the heavenly capital's century-long fate. We can't gamble with those, even if it means staining our honor, or swallowing humiliation, even walking into the tiger's den, even compromising ourselves, reputation, dignity, principles, grudges, as long as we can save the Iron Arm Legion. I think the Song family can set these aside for now. Old Master Song fell silent for a moment, his eyes soon gleaming with resolve and admiration. Such powerful words shake me to the core. Yun Xiang, you're right. A true man bends and stretches as needed. As long as we can preserve the Iron Arm Legion, the Song family can set these aside for now. I, Song Jinzhong, Marquis of Yong'an, as head of the Song family, on behalf of the entire Song family, back your decision. Ding Gu, beside them, was filled with awe. To set aside the Marquisite's pride, for the greater good, Song Yunxiang, you're no small figure. The Song family's righteousness. The Gu family will fully support you too. Seeing their passionate declarations, Song Yunxiang waved his hands. Hey, sit down first. Don't get so worked up. Right now, we need to figure out what's really going on. Ding Gu, no need for formalities. Since the Gu family got this intel, you must have some sources in the court. This trip to Yong'an City, who's in the commendation team? You know, right? Ding Gu nodded after hearing this. From what I know, this time, it's led by Eunuch Lin, head of the 4 great eunuchs, with some staff from the 3 departments and 6 ministries, around 20 to 40 people, but the details aren't clear. Hearing this, Song Yunxiang's face showed surprise. The head of the 4 great eunuchs, Lin Fuguang, Eunuch Lin. In my last life, racing back to the heavenly capital from Shishui, General Nanrong and Duke Lin had both fallen in battle. The northern defenses collapsed. While in the heavenly capital, His Majesty passed away. The court was leaderless. Bandits from Dongzhou, assassins from Nanjing, rebels from Zhongzhou rose up. The whole heavenly capital was on the brink. Eunuch Lin Fuguang stepped up amidst the chaos. Single-handedly, he intimidated the surrender faction led by the first prince, backed the third prince to invade Jian Kingdom, and personally took command, leading the front lines, successfully delaying Miran Kingdom's invasion, buying precious time for regional forces to regroup. Though the heavenly capital fell to war later, Eunuch Lin died in battle. He earned a legacy as a noble figure. If it's this noble figure, with his famed prowess, as long as we can convince him. Thinking this, Song Yunxiang asked, Grandpa, Ding Gu anyway? To connect with Eunuch Lin? Old Master Song asked, puzzled. You want to start with Eunuch Lin? Song Yunxiang nodded, yes. I'm thinking if it's this Eunuch Lin, he wouldn't ignore the coming beast tide. If we can gain his trust, it might help. Old Master Song shook his head, probably tough. After all, with no ties. Who'd believe out of the blue that the southern wilderness Great Wall is about to face a massive beast tide? Song Yunxiang frowned, coming up with an idea. If I could summon an illusion like in Albing's secret realm, that'd be great. Too bad I returned the mermaid to Lan Kun. And besides, that's a star soul. Taking outsiders into Albing's inheritance realm wouldn't be right. Wait, speaking of controlling illusions, that box with the mask seemed to have something resembling the Long High secret realm illusion. Didn't pay much attention before. I can toss it to Yin Xiaohong later to study a bit. Ding Gu spoke up. I get what you mean now. You want to gain Eunuch Lin's trust, then ask him to arrange for his close relatives to take over or oversee the Iron Arm Legion. That way, the Song family can still maintain some real control over the Iron Arm Legion. Song Yunxiang nodded. Yes, smart, as expected of Ding Gu. Right then, the comms device on his wrist suddenly buzzed. Song Yunxiang stood up and stepped outside to take the call. It was Manager Hong from the Hong clan chamber, young Master Song. Sorry to bother you. Here's the thing. Our chamber's head, Miss Hong Yuxiao, will arrive in Yong'an City this afternoon. She'd like to invite you to dinner on behalf of the Hong clan chamber. It's a bit forward, please forgive us. Are you free tonight? Hearing this, Song Yunxiang's eyes lit up. Right? How could I forget the Hong clan chamber? They say money makes the world go round. More money bends the rules. With superpowers and years of networking, the Hong clan chambers is terrifyingly powerful. I felt it deeply in my last life. It's beyond what the Gu and Song families can match. Miss Hong, from the Hong family, the future head of that business empire. Talk about a pillow when I'm sleepy. With that thought, Song Yunxiang agreed. No problem, Manager Hong. I'd love to meet Miss Hong anyway. Manager Hong chuckled. Great, young Master Song. We'll confirm the spot and get back to you. Shock. Absolute shock. Third great uncle Song, to woo a centuries-old imperial sister, took an age-reversing elixir on his own, reverting to his youthful looks and vigor, even getting the trendiest haircut of the day. Right after ending the call with Song Yunxiang, Manager Hong stepped into a massive secret chamber. This chamber was lined with dozens of various mass-produced mechs. Standing nearby was none other than Hong Yuxiao, the Hong clan chamber's Nanzhou overseer. Miss Yuxiao, as per your instructions, I've set up tonight's dinner with young Master Song. As you predicted, young Master Song agreed readily. Hong Yuxiao chuckled at that. From the intel we've gathered so far, this young Master Song is quite an unexpected gem. I thought these items as a first meeting gift would surely impress him, but now it seems, even if I threw in my personal dowry, it's hard to say if it'd catch his eye. Hard to tell. Manager Hong was stunned. Miss Yuxiao, aren't these gifts a bit too extravagant? Are you planning to use this to flaunt the Hong clan chamber's wealth and gain an edge in future business talks? Hong Yuxiao shook her head. Not quite. These mass-produced mechs are pricey, but for Song Yunxiang, with the resources he can currently muster, they're not that big a deal. What I want to show him is our vast network and intel capabilities. That's the real muscle of the Hong clan chamber. Even for a host, a Saint-tier powerhouse, or the heavenly capital's 8 generals. It's something they can't get. The Hong clan chamber can supply him with it endlessly. I believe that's the key bargaining chip to build a long-term relationship with him. Let's go 30 minutes to Yong'an City. If I can secure Song Yun Xiang, this treasure of a man, I'll outshine my rival candidates for the heir position by a mile. If conditions allow, I'd prefer to use fair and square business tactics to win outright. But if I find out someone's breaking the rules first, then don't blame me, Hong Yuxiao, for forgetting blood ties. At the same time, in the Song Manor's central courtyard, Song Yun Xiang hung up and returned to the parlor. Sorry, just took a call. Come on, let's keep going. Where were we? Dingu reminded him. We were at, you planning to gain eunuch Lin's trust, and ask him to assign his confidants to take over the Iron Arm Legion, ensuring the Song family still has some control when the beast tide hits. Yeah, right, exactly, but we can't bet everything on eunuch Lin alone. It's just a first step to try. Tonight, I've got a meeting with Miss Hong Yuxiao from the Hong clan chamber. Maybe I can tap their intel network for some info. We need at least 2 or 3 backup plans, right? Hearing Song, Dingu was a bit surprised. Hong Yuxiao, one of the top 4th-generation heirs of the Hong clan chamber, this Song Yunxiang kid, has caught the eye of the Hong clan chamber, that massive business empire. Old Master Song stroked his beard. The Hong clan chamber's intel network, I've heard of it. They say it's everywhere. Rumor has it their head, Old Master Hong, has been in poor health lately. Maybe this Miss Hong Yuxiao heard of your elixir skills and needs your help. Song Yunxiang replied, very likely. If so, I could trade elixirs with them for some rare resources and detailed intel on eunuch. In my last life, the eunuch Lin died a noble hero on the battlefield. I learned a saying in the imperial tomb, era's illusions. Duke Zhou feared gossip. Wang Ming was humble before usurping. Until the coffin sealed, it's hard to judge such loyal vassals. In my last life, facing national ruin, eunuch Lin's personal interests aligned perfectly with the nation's, so he gave his life for it, becoming a noble legend. But now it's hard to say. What if the Song family's rise threatens his or his faction's interests? In my last life, there was no court commendation or the Iron Arm Legion's power being cut. All this messy nonsense. Besides me being too weak back then, there's one key difference. The second prince, Nisai, was saved by me. Thinking this, Song Yunxiang looked at Dingu. Dingu, I'll be blunt. Your Gu family seems to back the Crown Prince's moderates on the surface, but you're really with the second prince's war hawks, right? Dingu froze for a second. Wait, Crown Prince means the first prince, right? Though His Highness the First Prince has lived in the Eastern Palace, His Majesty hasn't officially named him Crown Prince. Old Master Song chimed in with his take. The First Prince's maternal clan is the powerful Zhuangzhou family. Plus, he's been in the Eastern Palace all along, so the court tacitly accepts he's the future heir. But in recent years, the second prince, backed by the war hawks, started rivaling the first prince. Without His Majesty's quiet support, that wouldn't hold up. Hearing them, Song Yunxiang suddenly realized, last time, the second prince died. By the time I knew the first prince, he was firmly the crown prince, so I got used to calling him that. But now, since the second prince didn't die, we're caught in the succession feud vortex. So it could be the first prince's faction thinks the Song family's too close to the second prince and wants to suppress us. Or maybe His Majesty's using the second prince to balance the crown prince, not wanting the war hawks to gain sway. Balancing forces. With the beast tide looming, these big shots up top are still messing around for power. What a headache. Forget it. Thinking too much. I'll fish for some intel from the Hong clan chamber tonight. After that, Song Yunxiang returned to the eastern courtyard. Ma San greeted him. Young master's back. Song Yunxiang nodded. Uncle Ma, tell everyone to stand down. Lift the alert. With that, he withdrew the formation barrier, enclosing the building's perimeter. Let them get back to work. I'm heading upstairs to check. Song Yunxiang walked back inside as he spoke, but the moment he opened the door, he was stunned by the sight. A man around 40 was putting on clothes. Seeing Song Yunxiang, third great uncle Song grinned confidently. Well, kid, how's my new haircut? Cool, huh? Song Yunxiang stood there, dumbfounded. Who the hell are you? Third great uncle Song never imagined, from his near-death state. Not only had his realm and looks peaked again, but even his lost arm and missing star soul, General Chao Ren's data, were about to be fully restored. Time rewound to minutes before Song Yunxiang entered the eastern courtyard. Third great uncle Song, back at his peak, gazed at himself in the mirror, feeling a wave of nostalgia. I'm Song Bingchuan, a single prodigy under 120 years old. These elixirs are the legendary age-reversing and jade skin elixirs, and some other one. Forgot the name, but basically, they're beauty elixirs that rejuvenate youth and vitality. Youth, how wonderful. Back in the day, I hit Saint tier in my 20s. Among the geniuses of heavenly capital city, I was a standout star. Before 30, the previous Chaoran host fell. My heart awakened, becoming the successor to Star Soul General Chaoran. For years after, me and Star Soul General Chaoran shone on battlefields across the heavenly capital's borders. The title Phoenix King of Heavenly Capital grew even louder in the Eastern continent. Later, I broke through Saint Tier. Then my little sister married Crown Prince Ajong. That kid also wed the old emperor's youngest daughter. With me among the Heavenly Capital's 8 generals, the Song family's that era was mine and Star Soul General Chaoren's. I left behind many legends. Back then, I laughed at the world, a charming rogue, with endless admirers. From Jiangnan's witty beauties, to second-tier clan sweethearts. Cold iceberg CEOs. Sexy mature vixens. Fierce female assassins, cute twin-tailed girls, adorably clueless maidens. I passed through a sea of flowers, without a leaf sticking to me. But now, I, a man of lifelong pride, faced the toughest dilemma in decades. Third great-uncle Song stared at dozens of hairstyles, caught in indecision. Damn it. These trendy styles kids love these days. I really can't figure them out. This one looks decent. Seems like Little Way's type. Third great-uncle Song got to work, using his fingers as scissors, grabbing his hair. He started trimming based on the picture, shave the sides, then tweak this bit. Beard needs a trim too. This 4-eyebrow style's not bad. A few minutes later, it was done. Looking at his handsome reflection, third great-uncle Song got to work, using his fingers as scissors, grabbing his hair. He started trimming based on the picture, shave the sides, then tweak this bit. Beard needs a trim too. This 4-eyebrow style's not bad. A few minutes later, it was done. Looking at his handsome reflection, third great-uncle Song felt quite pleased. Where's that Yun Xiang kid? Why isn't he back yet? How about I take these beauty elixirs now, then surprise that kid later? That's settled then. Third great-uncle Song thought to himself, and took out some of the elixirs, then stuffed them all into his mouth at once, sat cross-legged, and started circulating his energy to absorb them. Moments later, the elixir's effects were fully absorbed. Eager to see the results, he jumped up and looked in the mirror. One glance left him utterly stunned. Holy crap, is this really me? This isn't just 5 years younger. This skin's luster and fullness. It's at least a fifth, no, a third of my peak condition. And my body feels younger too. Looks like these beauty elixirs don't just focus on the outside. They work from the inside out. The aging of my muscles and organs has improved quite a bit. Right, that kid. There should be some young people's clothes around here, right? I'll grab a few pieces to try on. See how the overall look and vibe turn out. Third great-uncle Song said, and opened the wardrobe to start trying on clothes, finding the effect pretty decent. But the clothes style clearly doesn't suit my age. White clothes still feel more my thing. Let's try it. While third great-uncle Song was trying on clothes, the door lock suddenly clicked open, and then Song Yun Xiang strode in from outside. Seeing this, third great-uncle Song started showing off smugly. Well, Yun Xiang kid, how's my new haircut? Cool, huh? Song Yun Xiang was completely dumbfounded. Who the hell are you? I'm me, of course. Third great-uncle Song quickly gestured to recognizing him. Song Yun Xiang sighed, a bit speechless. Third great-uncle, why'd you go for such a nonconformist haircut? Nonconformist? What's that mean? I think this look is pretty trendy. Fine, no big deal, as long as you're happy. I feel great now, both in body and appearance. Everything's perfect. I'm very satisfied. Song Yun Xiang nodded. Good to hear. The effects of these beauty elixirs on you are even better than I expected. Third great-uncle Song laughed. You using me as a guinea pig, kid? If these elixirs really work this well, not quite miraculous, but damn near mystical. One word to sum it up. It's like a calf doing a backflip. Friggin' awesome. Seeing third great-uncle Song stride toward the door, Song Yun Xiang hurriedly asked, Hold on. Wait, where are you off to? Third great-uncle Song replied calmly. Back to my underground courtyard, of course. Get it. You're hung up on that promise I made about finding you a pretty wife, right? Don't worry. I'll head back to Heavenly Capital City myself soon and snag a few clan girls for you. But right now, I've got family waiting in my courtyard, so hold off a bit longer. Song Yun Xiang waved his hands quickly. That's not what I meant. I wanted to ask, since your lifespan's stabilized now, and your realm won't drop anymore, can you use Star Soul General Chaoren normally? Third great-uncle Song shook his head. To be honest, I just tried earlier. Back then, due to certain events, not only did losing my right arm damage my heart meridians, it seems I also lost a chunk of Star Soul General Chaoren's. What's the word? Song Yun Xiang smiled knowingly and chuckled. Did you lose a part of Star Soul General Chaoren's data? Third great-uncle Song's eyes lit up. Exactly. That's it. I feel like I can't fully summon Chaoren smoothly now. I can give it a shot to help you patch up that missing data. Hearing this, third great-uncle Song froze on the spot. What did you say? You can't? Song Yun Xiang didn't elaborate. With a flick of his fingers, he pulled up the data interface. For Star Soul General Chaoren, third great-uncle, you'd want to face your family in a more perfect state, right? Here we go. It's starting. Third great-uncle Song not only regained his peak looks and realm, even his damaged Star Soul General Chaoren is getting patched up. Hearing Song Yun Xiang could fix the data, third great-uncle Song excitedly grabbed him. Yun Xiang, kid, is what you just said for real? You can really repair Chaoren's soul data? How's that possible? In over 400 years of Heavenly Capital history, plus 800 more from the Heavenly Empire, Across 1,000 plus years, no one's ever heard of such a thing. Yun Xiang grinned confidently. I can't guarantee 100% success, whether it'll work smoothly, but won't we know if we try? Come on, this room's too small. To the courtyard, Yun Xiang led the way out. Third great Uncle Song stared at his back, lost in thought. Repairing a damaged historical Star Soul General's data, even someone as miraculous as his mother, probably couldn't pull that off. Alright, Ajong mentioned before, this kid got some huge opportunity in a secret realm. Might as well give it a shot, if it really works. I might actually hit my peak again. Shortly after, they reached the courtyard. Sensing a saint-tier aura, Ma San turned around, puzzled, and the sight before him left him utterly shocked. In disbelief, he hurriedly rushed to Yun Xiang. This, young master. Could this be third great Uncle Song? Striking a flamboyant pose. Little Ma. It's me. What? You can't recognize me either. Ma San was floored. Whispering to Yun Xiang, young master, did you give third great uncle some kind of youth-restoring elixir? And, I don't know if it's just me, but it feels like third great uncle's gotten even handsomer. Yun Xiang nodded. Yeah, a beauty-enhancing elixir, a skin-improving elixir, plus a youth-restoring elixir. Combining these three, the results turned out pretty solid. Ma San couldn't help but give a thumbs up. Young master's elixirs can achieve such insane effects. That's unreal. Boosting looks and restoring youth. Every woman on the eastern continent. No, even those old clan monsters would go nuts for this. Yun Xiang laughed. Not that extreme. Since third great uncle's a saint tier, his current look isn't just from the beauty elixirs. It's also the boosted lifespan and restored cultivation, reversing some of his physical decline. Normally, combining these elixirs, at most, would make someone look 2 to 3 years younger. That's it. Ma San nodded in awe. So that's how it works. Still pretty incredible. Then Yun Xiang got serious. Third great uncle, and I have some business to handle here. Tell the guards around the eastern courtyard to stay on alert. Send the maids and regular servants to the outer courtyard to rest. Ma San acknowledged the order and started to head out. Oh, Uncle Ma, those hidden injuries you and Uncle Bei have, I'll find a time to treat them for you. Ma San paused, stunned. Deeply moved, he bowed to Yun Xiang. Thank you, young master. I'll go set up the guard perimeter. With that, he vanished from the courtyard in a flash. All right, third great uncle, let's get started here. As Yun Xiang spoke, he pulled a few talismans from his pocket. This miracle, the next second, a formation barrier dozens of meters wide, enveloped the entire eastern courtyard. Third great Uncle Song looked up in awe. He recognized it as a triple-layered formation, not only blocking aura and soul fluctuations, but also offering two-way shock resistance and visual concealment. And it's an instant cast formation. This kid's formation skills could probably let him breeze through the Imperial City. If that's the case, maybe I could ask him to check on little sis. After casting the formation, Yun Xiang smiled at third great uncle. Summon your Star Soul General. Don't worry. This formation blocks outside detection. Even if you summon the Star Soul General, the effects will be perfectly hidden. Third great Uncle Song nodded. Got it. Then leaped into the air. Star Soul Master. With a loud roar, dazzling blue light poured from the sky. But thanks to the formation's concealment, the outside world saw nothing. Amid the blue light, Star Soul General Chao Ren slowly took form, but only the lower half materialized. The head and right arm remained glitched. Yun Xiang wasn't surprised. Just like in the host system, those parts have data corruption. Xiaohong. Come out. Hearing the call, Xiaohong smugly appeared. I'm here, lousy host. Need the great me to step in. Yun Xiang pointed at the Star Soul General. Chao Ren's right there, as Xiaohong inspected. The half-formed construct dissolved into data and vanished. Third great Uncle Song landed back on the ground. He explained helplessly. Same as before, missing data. Even if I force it to form, it collapses fast. Yun Xiang asked Xiaohong. Can you analyze a fix? Xiaohong replied smugly, lousy host. Touch the old geezer's body. Use the host system to check his soul data. Their exchange left third great Uncle Song baffled. Hey, Yun Xiang kid. Why are you talking to thin air? Yun Xiang realized. Oh crap. I forgot others can't see this little thing. So me talking to air must look like I'm nuts. He then asked Xiaohong. You can show yourself to others, right? Xiaohong replied. Yep, and I can even pick who sees me and who doesn't. Cool, then show yourself. Xiaohong got to work on the command. Moments later, it proudly appeared before third great Uncle Song. Hey there, old geezer. Third great Uncle Song jumped, startled by the sudden red figure. Whoa, what's this red flying bug thing? Some electronic pet you picked up from an ancient ruin? Yun Xiang nodded. Pretty much. Close enough. Third great Uncle Song shrugged. No problem. Want me to rip it off for you? Yun Xiang rushed to clarify. No, I worded that wrong. This hand, let me borrow it. I need to use your star meridians to connect, to help check Chao Ren's data. Third great Uncle Song laughed heartily. Just kidding. Don't get worked up. Yun Xiang was instantly speechless. You've got quite the sense of humor, huh? As he touched the other's wrist, Xiaohong got busy analyzing. This won't take too long, right? Hearing Song Yun Xiang, Xiaohong replied. Just a moment. Relax, relax. Meanwhile, in the back kitchen of the Song Manor's outer courtyard canteen, two foodies crept sneakily to the back door. Follow me, little Zissou. Big sis will take you straight to the kitchen for some good stuff. Zhang Liuya, trailing behind, looked puzzled. Good stuff. What's good stuff? Zissou licked her lips, warily glancing into Zhang Liuya suddenly got it. Then why go to the kitchen? Why not the place with lots of tables from yesterday? The room called a canteen. Zissou helplessly shushed him. Quiet down. No more talking. We ate too much in the canteen yesterday. We're on the blacklist now. With that, she cautiously stepped inside. But just then, a swarm of daisies all aimed right at her. Zissou reacted lightning fast, dodging the barrage with quick sidesteps. Good thing this genius broke through Earth tier, or I'd have been hit. No sooner had she spoken. The kitchen maid in charge appeared at the door, furious. Little Zissou, you greedy bottomless pit. You dare come back to the kitchen? Don't you know you're on the outer courtyard? Canteen blacklist? Zissou grinned shamelessly. Big cow. What's... I just ate a little extra. I'll pay you, alright. Let me tell you, the eastern courtyard's not what it used to be. Our young master Yun Xiang's loaded with cash now. It's on. It's on. Star Soul General Chao Rin's new form makes a badass debut. Third Great Uncle Song and Song Yun Xiang's grandpa-grandson showdown kicks off with a bang. At that moment, in the Song Manor's eastern courtyard, a few moments had passed. Song Yun Xiang asked Xiaohong, how's the repair going? Xiaohong frowned and voiced the issue she'd found. This old geezer's Star Soul General. How come it's got the exact same data as that Star Soul General you fixed before? Lousy host. Song Yun Xiang got a bit annoyed. So you spent all this time just to come up with a useless conclusion? Seeing the binding formation in his hand, Xiaohong panicked and backtracked. No. Dear host, you misunderstood. What I meant was, if it's the same as your situation before, then it's easy. Option 1. We can upgrade old geezer. No, senior Star Soul. Data straight to the latest version of the current Star Network iteration. Option 2. We can use your updated data. Great host. Reverse engineer it and override it on a senior's side. Song Yun Xiang hadn't expected this approach. You can override it with my Star Soul General data? Xiaohong nodded. Yep. Totally doable. Then before, those flashy but useless Chao Rin versions you made, can that data be copied over too? Xiaohong pondered for a sec. Theoretically, it should work, right? Song Yun Xiang fell into thought. I see. Could it be that mysterious doctor guy used this method to implant Star Soul data not from this era onto that Xiaodu kid? But why would the doctor do that? To bypass Star Network oversight? Could it be the doctor's up to some shady secret? As he mulled it over, third Great Uncle Song cut in. Can I say something? Do we have to keep holding this pose? Isn't it a bit too, you know? Song Yun Xiang glanced at Xiaohong. Then override it with my updated Chao Rin data. Go for it. Xiaohong waved her little hand and got to work. Oh, what about the star hue? To Song Yun Xiang. Xiaohong brushed it off. No worries. Relax, lousy host. Star hue shifting is a stealth feature unique to the host system. It's got nothing to do with soul data. Listen up. With that, Xiaohong hit confirm. Song Yun Xiang froze in place. How'd it go so fast this time? Xiaohong raised a brow. What's so weird about that? Copying another host's Star Soul General data should just take a tap, right? Lousy host. Song Yun Xiang nodded and let go of third Great Uncle Song's wrist. Third Great Uncle Song couldn't believe it. Done. What do you mean? My Star Soul General Chao Rin's fixed? Song Yun Xiang grinned. Not fixed. I swapped it for a new version. Summon it and see if you like it. Third Great Uncle Song was dumbfounded. What? Swapped? This little bug's that powerful? Xiaohong beamed smugly. Hehehe. Now you see how awesome I am, huh? Then, third Great Uncle Song eagerly started summoning. He leaped into the air. Star Soul Summon. With a loud shout, blue lightning crashed down from the sky again. Amid the lightning, the brand new Star Soul General Chao Rin took shape. This time, no hiccups. The head and right arm formed perfectly. A silver-white giant mech stood tall in midair, radiating raw power and majesty. Third Great Uncle Song was thrilled. This is the new Star Soul General Chao Rin. Not only does it cost less to summon, it's got new weapons and combat styles. Absolutely amazing. Yun Xiang, kid. How about a spar while we're at it? Don't worry, I'll suppress my cultivation to match your Earth tier peak. Song Yun Xiang smirked slightly, not refusing. You want me to test your new toy, huh? Alright, since you're in the mood, third Great Uncle, I'll risk it all to play along. Star Soul Summon. As his words fell, the outline of his mech shimmered into form around him. He first summoned Lu Bu, then switched to Aobing, combining the two mechs into a new hybrid. Star Soul General's Wutzi. Form shift. After shouting, Song Yun Xiang felt a bit awkward. Turning it into Zwitzi like this should be fine, right? Third Great Uncle Song's eyes lit up. Star Soul General's Wutzi. It really can shift forms like in those comics. Interesting, very interesting. Yun Xiang, kid. Let's fight to our... Song Yun Xiang stayed silent, a thrilled grin spreading across his face. He threw a punch. The next second, a deafening boom rang out. The sonic wave from the punch was ear-splitting, rippling the air into waves. After a brief clash, third Great Uncle Song grabbed his wrist, pulling back swiftly. He landed a sharp kick to Song Yunxiang's leg. Song Yunxiang reacted just as fast, swinging his other fist, landing a direct hit on third great Uncle Song's arm. Both sides, like martial kings, unleashed a furious hand-to-hand brawl, punch after punch. No one yielding. Dozens of blows exchanged in moments. Trading offense and defense, they charged up one final strike. With a bang. The air quaked. Dust flew. The ground cracked inch by inch from the impact. The shockwave blasted both of them back. Third great Uncle Song flapped his wings, surprise flashing across his face. Even though I suppressed to Earth tier peak, I didn't expect you, kid, to keep up with my speed. Let's see how your swordsmanship holds up. He called up his arsenal, pulling out Chao Ren's signature giant blue sword, striking an attack stance. Song Yunxiang caught his drift, summoning a long sword and shield. A sword duel, huh? Alright, bring it. Third great Uncle Song chuckled. Sword storm style? They say a heavy sword has no flourish. True skill needs no flair. Before absolute power and speed, moves and tricks are just fancy nonsense. See if you can block my strike. The duel between Song Yunxiang and third great Uncle Song hit fever pitch, though masked by the formation barrier. The commotion still caught some attention. Meanwhile, back in the outer courtyard canteen's kitchen area, Zissou noticed Zhang Liuye staring toward the eastern courtyard and asked what was up. Zhang Liuye shook his head. Nothing. Just a boring fight. Then, the chef's sister emerged with food. Finish these 2 bowls of fried rice. Then both of you scram. Eat up and get out. Don't even think about stepping back into the canteen. Zissou's eyes widened in panic. Grabbing her, she started pleading. Don't ban us. We'll take the penalty, okay? How about we help you shop for ingredients later? We'll be your muscle. Not to scare you, but this genius. Lord Zissou's now an invincible Earth-tier powerhouse. And this little buddy's unfathomable. I mean, in terms of appetite. Gui Jie, fed up with her antics, looked exasperated. She sized up Zhang Liuye carefully. Alright, stop flailing. I'll think about it. What's with those horns? That Song Yunxiang brat's out conning people again. Zhang Liuye smelled the food. Drooling? Can we eat now? I'm starving. Gui Jie smirked and lifted the lid. The next second, golden fried rice appeared before Zhang Liuye. So fragrant. What dish is this? Zissou wiped her drool, proudly explaining. This is the famous Song family fried rice, created by the third lady back in the day, ranked by some legendary food group as Heavenly Capital City's top hidden delicacy. Perfectly plump, tender rice grains, eggs with distinct yolks and whites, silky, juicy beef bits, savory ham, all tied together with the Song family chefs. Third lady passed down Soul Force cooking technique, creating this dish's unique flavor. Every bite bursting with layers from different ingredients. Impossible to resist. You've got to savor. Mid-sentence, Zissou froze, wide-eyed, because right then, Zhang Liuye had already scarfed down every bit off his plate. Eagerly, Gui Jie shook her head helplessly. That's it. Those 2 bowls used up the last scraps of ingredients. Zhang Liuye looked dejectedly at Zissou's portion. Zissou sensed trouble, quickly clutching her fried rice. Seeing this, Zhang Liuye reluctantly picked up his plate, licking off the last crumbs. In no time, he'd polished it spotless. Seeing his pitiful state, Gui Jie rubbed her forehead. Fine, you win. After you're done, you 2 come with me to the market. I'll cook more when we're back. Zhang Liuye nodded eagerly. What kind of demon clan is this girl? The fried rice is beef. Shouldn't be an issue, right? Zissou munched. No idea. Don't demon clans eat beef? Gui Jie studied Zhang Liuye's horns. It'll be crowded out there. Too many eyes. Better grab a hat to cover the little girl's head, to avoid any trouble. At this moment, in the Song Manor's central courtyard, Hu Yanwei, who had been waiting in the underground courtyard, stepped out. That direction. From underground, I can feel very faint vibrations through the ground, likely caused by a fight. But probing with Soul Force reveals nothing. It's probably that weird Song kid. Up to something again. That little fool hasn't come back yet. I'd better go check it out. After thinking it over, Hu Yanwei was about to move, when 16 guards emerged from the shadows to block him. Hu Yanwei couldn't be bothered with them. Simply barking 2 words, move aside, and strode right through the 6 of them. The 6 naturally didn't dare stop him, only able to watch him leave. The captain, Jin Bi, spoke up. Report this to Lord Houyi immediately. This powerhouse isn't someone we can just ignore. Hu Yanwei headed toward the eastern courtyard along the corridor, when several maids appeared in the distance. After making out their faces, he froze in disbelief. Because one of them was none other than the divine tier ancestor, Zhang Liuye. This divine tier ancestor is actually wearing a Song Manor maid outfit. That Song kid. How dare he enslave a divine tier ancestor as a maid? That weird little punk. What kind of confidence does he have? At the same time, in Yong'an City, at the Vermilion Bird Jewelry Street in the Western Market, 2 girls were gorging themselves at a noodle stall. One of them, named Zhula, was a second-rank protector of the Pingtian Saint sect and captain of the Southern Wilderness Assault Team. At the peak of Earth tier, Zhula, stuffed to the brim, belched loudly. Damn, that was freaking awesome. Those Heavenly Capital jerks may suck at everything else, but they sure know how to make damn good food. Hearing this, the girl across from her smiled. Sister Zhula. Saint Sect Rule 6, Article 5. Sect disciples must not speak vulgarly. The other girl, named Chi Gu, was also a second-rank protector of the Pantheon Saint sect, captain of the Southern Wilderness Support Team. At the late Earth tier, Zhula retorted. We're infiltrating Heavenly Capital right now. Gotta freaking blend in, got it. Cussing is part of our disguise. The law enforcement hall won't blame us. Hurry up and eat. We've got to meet up with the main captain after. Boss. Add $10 worth of beef to each. Can we eat beef? Hearing her question, Chiga thought for a moment. Should be fine, the sect rules. Only say disciples can't eat people. Nothing about beef. The clash of two Chaoran mechs finally reached a conclusion. Song Yun Xiang, throwing honor out the window, brutally thrashed his century-old ancestor. At this moment, within the Song Manor's eastern courtyard barrier, third great-uncle Song swung his heavy sword, slashing fiercely downward. Song Yun Xiang didn't dodge, choosing instead to raise his weapon and meet it head-on. A deafening bang rang out. The air trembled from the violent impact. Song Yun Xiang furrowed his brow. This strike's got some serious power. With that, he tilted his shield to deflect the force, then stepped sideways, flanking third great-uncle Song, swiping his long sword in a swift arc. Third great-uncle Song saw it coming, quickly stepping back to avoid the edge. Realizing he couldn't, he raised both arms to block, only to notice, mid-motion, that this new Chaoran lacked claws. With a jarring clash of metal, one of third great-uncle Song's arms was cleanly severed and fell to the ground. He quickly retreated to recover. I got careless. Limb reconstruction. With that, he channeled soul force to reform it. This kid's tricky. Suppressing to his level. I can't seem to get the upper hand. Maybe I'll sneak my realm up a bit. He probably won't notice. Yeah, no matter what, I can't lose face as a Saint-tier powerhouse. Sword come. With a loud shout, the longsword quivered and flew toward him. The moment he gripped it, third great-uncle Song's aura subtly intensified. Song Yun Xiang, as if sensing it, didn't attack first, instead adopting a defensive stance. Third great-uncle Song held back too, standing still, silently calculating. Another bait-and strike move. This kid's good at countering. No, I'll be cautious this time. Yun Xiang kid, your turn to strike. Come on. Song Yun Xiang chuckled. If you say so. I won't hold back. Third great-uncle Song fell to already planning his counter. Haha. Once your first move misses, I'll knock you flat with one swing. As he eagerly awaited the attack, he saw Song Yun Xiang suddenly halt. Then, with lightning speed, hurl his long sword like a thunderbolt. Third great-uncle Song blinked in surprise, quickly swatting the incoming sword aside. This young punk's got no honor. Before he could finish his complaint, Song Yun Xiang charged with his shield, smashing it into his face. After landing the hit, a storm of relentless attacks followed. Third great-uncle Song had no time to think, blocking purely on instinct. Song Yun Xiang shouted mid-assault, sword come. The next second, the deflected sword reformed in his hand. Third great-uncle Song's expression shifted, muttering, oh crap. Distracted for a moment, Song Yun Xiang seized the chance, striking his chest, followed by a swift kick. In this flurry of feints and strikes, third great-uncle Song took a hit. His body slammed back into the formation barrier. Facing Song Yun Xiang's seasoned combat skills, third great-uncle Song felt a pounding headache. This is outrageous. At the same time, at the edge of the barrier, Hu Yanwei had just arrived. Shocked, he sensed the surrounding vibrations. They're definitely fighting in there. Stealth and isolation. Blocking soul force. Master-level work. This is Grandmaster tier formation crafting. As he tried to probe further, Old Master Song arrived with Su Lao and the steward, Lady Hu Yan. Please don't disturb them. Hearing Old Master Song's words, Hu Yanwei confirmed his suspicions. So it's true. It's Song Bingchuan's kid in there, with that weird Song brat, up to something shady. The steward, Song Jin, piped up. What? What's inside? What did you mean by that lord being in there? What's... Old Master Song immediately scolded him. No insolence before a saint tier. Song Jin quickly apologized. My apologies, I was out of line. Though Old Master Song appeared calm, his heart was as shocked as Hu Yanwei's. From the outside, it looks completely normal, no signs at all, and it even blocks soul force fluctuations. Truly ingenious. No way. I've got to take Yun Xiang to see the southern Great Wall. Meanwhile, inside the formation barrier, third great-uncle Song quietly raised his realm to mid-heaven tier, hoping to regain some pride, only to find, after a few rounds, he still couldn't beat Song Yun Xiang. Maybe I'll sneak it up to late heaven tier. He probably won't notice. After boosting his realm, third great-uncle Song attacked again, only to find he was still getting thrashed. Maybe I'll sneak it up too. Just as third great-uncle Song thought this, Song Yun Xiang waved his hand and shouted, stop, no more sneaking your realm up. You're cheating like this. I won't keep playing with you. Hearing this, third great-uncle Song smirked. Looks like this kid's limit is late heaven tier. Fine, if that's the case. Yeah, then I'll face you fair and square at peak heaven tier. Let's settle this once and for all. I didn't expect Song Yun Xiang to be this strong. Even at peak earth tier, I couldn't beat him. Left with no choice, third great-uncle Song resorted to cheating, raising his realm to early heaven tier. To face him fair and square, Song Yun Xiang, only at mid-earth tier, heard this, and was utterly speechless. Heaven tier, third great-uncle, Your idea of fair and square seems a bit off, doesn't it? You're kinda breaking the rules here. Third grade Uncle Song grinned nonchalantly. I got careless earlier. Didn't expect you to have such realm-defying combat skills, using cultivation to make up for technique gaps. That's fair, isn't it? So, I'll face you at heaven tier, fair and square. As he spoke, he swung his longsword down. Yun Xiang dodged while popping a pill to replenish his soul force. Third grade uncle, you're getting a bit too into this. But if it's about playing dirty, you're out of your league. With his soul force restored, Yun Xiang's dodging speed surged. Just as third grade Uncle Song nearly caught up, he leapt into the air. His mech began to transform. In an instant, it shifted into Chao Ren's unique phoenix form, accompanied by a piercing phoenix cry. Yun Xiang piloted the mech in a dive, streaking through the sky like a meteor. In a flash, he crashed into third grade Uncle Song's mech chest. The phoenix beak pierced straight through the sturdy frame. Before third grade Uncle Song could react, the massive impact forced him back to the barrier's edge. After landing the blow, Yun Xiang pulled back again, crossing his palms, summoning dozens of fireballs out of thin air. The moment the fireballs fully formed, they all hurtled toward third grade Uncle Song, pinned by the lingering phoenix strike. Third grade Uncle Song couldn't move. As the fireballs closed in, they erupted around him one after another. But due to the vast gap in their realms, these explosions couldn't deal any real damage. Yun Xiang sighed helplessly at the sight, popping another pill to quickly recharge. By now, third grade Uncle Song broke free, having burned through much of his stamina. He paused to recover in place. The consecutive hits made third grade Uncle Song lose face. Don't think you've beaten me, you little brat. Yun Xiang seized the moment, quickly summoning his arsenal. So far, regular weapons can't bridge the realm gap. No choice but to use stronger weapons and combo attacks. Here goes. Fong Tianji. After some thought, Yun Xiang summoned Lu Bu's weapon. With a mighty shout, he swung it with all his strength, slashing fiercely at third grade Uncle Song. Still adjusting, third grade Uncle Song showed no fear, raising his arm to easily block the strike. Third grade Uncle Song showed no fear, raising his arm to easily block the strike. Useless, you brat. You can't possibly. Before he finished, Yun Xiang bellowed again. Soul force flowed along his arm, converging at the tip of the Fong Tianji. Third grade Uncle Song suddenly felt immense pressure. Fine cracks spread from the mech's blocking point. Break. Yun Xiang furrowed his brow, pouring in more force. The Fong Tianji surged forward with unstoppable momentum, and astonishingly, sliced third grade Uncle Song's mech in two. Victory blade slash. He didn't give the opponent a chance to recover, landing another blow that shattered the mech's core. A massive explosion marked the end of the battle. Third grade Uncle Song ejected from the mech and landed. He glumly looked at Yun Xiang, the Fong Tianji in his hand. That's another Star Soul General's weapon. If you say, this is also Zhuizi's ability, that's just freaking ridiculous. Ha ha ha. Alright. I give up. Yun Xiang immediately disengaged his summon. Thanks for letting me win, third grade uncle. You're a lot stronger than I imagined, kid. By the way, that phoenix transformation earlier, what was that move? Yun Xiang replied, that move? It's something I came up with, inspired by earth spirits. Third grade Uncle Song nodded. It's a pretty killer move. Could be a finisher. Does it have a name? Yun Xiang scratched his head awkwardly. Sorry, I'm not great at naming. How about Cosmic Invincible Phoenix Burst Strike? What do you think? Hearing this, third grade Uncle Song pondered seriously. Meh. I think it could be called Blazing Flash Nirvana. Burst Strike. Yun Xiang was left speechless. Looks like we're about equal in this department. Third grade Uncle Song pressed on. And that move just now, where you condensed soul force into projectiles, Yun Xiang explained. That was me mimicking how beasts condense soul force into projectile attacks, combined with Northern Continent combat techniques. Third grade Uncle Song gave a thumbs up. That one's pretty cool too. Hearing this, Yun Xiang chuckled. Wanna learn? I'll teach you. At the same time, on the other side, outside the Western Vermilion Bird Street Market, having finished their noodles, Chi Gu and Zhu La prepared to head back. That was so good. Oh, little Chi Gu, I heard there's something called milk tea in Heavenly Capital. Let's go find some. Chi Gu shook her head. No can do. We just got a message from the team leader. We've got 2 hours to reach the rendezvous. No sooner had she spoken than 3 Song Manor maids approached. Upon seeing one of their faces, Zhu La froze in place. Chi Gu, curious, asked, what's wrong? Sister Zhu La, in disbelief, replied, that person just now. Why do I feel like they look like that ancestor portrait? From our sex, Repentance Hall. Shocking, just shocking. Third grade Uncle Song, rejuvenated, not only stunned Hu Yanwei, but even Old Master Song and the others were dumbfounded, showing rare disbelief. Just moments ago, Zhu La, upon seeing Pingtian ancestor Zhang Lu, instantly recalled the portrait she'd seen in the sect's Repentance Hall. That's the one. She was Zhu La, daughter of Dalama, from the Yang tribe of the Snowy Highlands. The Yang tribe, smallest among the 6 northern tribes, and the weakest, one of the poorest as well, to leave rations for her struggling family, to keep her siblings alive. She willingly sold herself as a slave to join the Pingtian Saint sect, becoming an outer sect servant disciple. Because she'd heard that in the Pingtian Saint sect, even the lowliest servant disciple could eat 3 meals a day and have meat once a month. Later, perhaps due to some combat talent, she stood out in the sect's minor competition, becoming an inner disciple, then shown in the annual grand competition, earning the 4th elder's favor, becoming a direct disciple, and thus began her deep ties with the Repentance Hall. The Repentance Hall, built on the cliffs behind Pingtian Saint sect, said to be remodeled from the cave, where ancestor Pingtian once secluded himself, in the rear hall of the Repentance Hall, supposedly where the ancestor meditated. On the stone walls here, remnants of centuries-old murals remain. Later, Zhu La's master told her the story behind the murals. Over 400 years ago, the ancestor gained celestial fate in the southern wilderness. After the Huatian Empire's imperial uncle was persecuted by rivals, the ancestor and other followers fled north, establishing the Milun kingdom in the northern plains after 3 years. In Milun's early days, 2 nations eyed it hungrily from below, while storms brewed from the north. Though the ancestor turned the tide with divine might, he amassed countless sins in the process. It's said he later secluded himself here to reflect, eventually founding the Pingtian Saint sect in the snowy highlands, to guard Milun's northern border against the northern wilderness beasts. After finishing her tale, Zhu took another close look at Zhang Liuya. No matter how I look, he resembles that ancestor portrait from the Repentance Hall. She turned to Qi. Don't you think so? Qi thought for a moment. I don't know. I've never seen it. Hearing this, Zhu raised an eyebrow, proudly declaring, you haven't seen it. You've never been to the Repentance Hall. Speaking of the Repentance Hall, I'm an expert. I'd say in the whole sect. No disciple knows it better than me, Zhu. I'm not bragging, but I go there at least a dozen times a month, spending at least a third of each year in the Repentance Hall. Seeing her proud demeanor, Qi was instantly speechless. Is that something to brag about? Zhu snapped back to reality, noticing Zhang Liuya and the others had walked off. Wait, that person who looks like the ancestor portrait, going after him. Qi quickly grabbed her. Don't chase. The ancestor hasn't shown himself in 200 years, let alone appear in this small southern wilderness border town. There are countless lookalikes in the world. You're overthinking it, Sister Zhu. Let's go. I hear the team leader has brutal punishments for tardiness. Hearing this, Zhu reluctantly let Qi drag her away. This small southern wilderness border town, where the southern wilderness ancestor once gained celestial fate, lightened by destiny. Divine envoys descended. Wait. I've got an unbelievable theory. Not sure if I should say it. Qi cut her off. Stop. If it's that unbelievable, don't say it. Let's just get to the rendezvous. At the same time, in the Song Manor's eastern courtyard, Song Yun Xiang disengaged the formation barrier. Their figures slowly emerged from the smoke. Seeing the crowd waiting outside, Song Yun Xiang quickly stepped forward to greet them. Hey, everyone's here. Senior Hu Yen, grandfather. Old Su, quite a crowd. Old Master Song, Hu Yenwei, and the others didn't respond, instead staring at third great uncle Song in disbelief. Wait, that's the little fool? How could you? Third great uncle Song chuckled and waved. Hey, silly little Wei. It's me, your third uncle. Lord Bingchuan. How is this possible? Hearing this confirmation, the crowd was utterly dumbfounded. Third great uncle Song grinned confidently. That's right, it's your dashing old man. Come on, you old geezers, say it loud. Are you jealous? Hu Yenwei stepped closer. Shocked, he examined him up close, noticing not just his face, but his bodily functions were rejuvenated. Even your old injuries and your declining realm are recovering. How is this possible? How'd you do it? Third great uncle Song didn't answer directly. Instead, he grabbed Hu Yenwei's hand tenderly, eagerly saying, forget that for now. Little Wei, what do you think of my hairstyle? The crowd froze at his words. Old Master Song clutched his chest, trying to calm his racing heart. Yun Xiang. What in the world did you do to third uncle? Song Yun Xiang waved it off with a chuckle. Nothing too impressive. You know, just gave third great uncle some cheap pills. Hearing this, Hu Yenwei's gaze snapped to him. Pills. Third great uncle Song quickly waved his hands, voicing his opinion. Hold it, Yun Xiang kid. Though you're my junior in the Song family, I won't let you downplay yourself like that. Cheap, worthless pills. I won't allow such modesty. With that, he gazed at Hu Yenwei with affection. Trust me, little Wei. Yun Xiang's too humble and low-key. Truth is, these pills are priceless treasures. Even in the Eastern continent's 1,000-year history, they're rare divine artifacts, reversing age, restoring youth. But if I'm the only one back at my... what's the point? So, little Wei, I saved half for you. Hu Yenwei, thrilled, exclaimed. Really? Third great uncle Song pressed a finger to his lips. Little Wei, you know Bingchuan's heart. Don't say no. The scene gave everyone goosebumps. Then third great uncle Song pulled Hu Yenwei into a hug. Let's find a quiet spot to discuss these youth-restoring pills in depth. Star Soul Summon. Star Soul General Chaorun. Hu Yenwei saw the fully summoned Chaorun, amazed. This form. is an unseen phoenix transformation. Hold on tight, little Wei. I'm speeding up. With that, third great uncle Song took off with Hu Wei. Old master Song below was stunned. Is it okay for third uncle to go wild like this? Yun Xiang pondered awkwardly. Shouldn't I be asking you that? Hearing this, old master Song sighed helplessly, with the reward team arriving soon. Third uncle's being so flashy. Oh well, if he's not wild in his later years, what's the point? As long as he's happy. By the way, were you two sparring just now? Who won? Yun Xiang replied. Yeah, I sparred with third great uncle. He suppressed his realm to match mine, but even giving my all, I barely won. Old master Song nodded. Third uncle was one of heavenly capitals. Top genius powerhouses back in the day. Yun Xiang, beating him at the same realm, shows your potential might surpass his. Yun Xiang nudged him, changing the topic. Alright, grandfather, let's skip the mutual flattery. You've seen the pill's effects on third great uncle. What do you think? Want a set for yourself? Old master Song hesitated, waving it off. No need. If it boosts cultivation, I'd take it. Yun Xiang nudged him, changing the topic. Alright, grandfather. Let's skip the mutual flattery. These pills on third great uncle's effects, you've seen. What do you think? Want a set for yourself too? Old master Song hesitated, waving it off. No need. If it's for boosting cultivation, I'd consider it. But youth and beauty? I've got no interest. No sooner had he spoken, than old Su beside him hurriedly raised his hand. I'm interested. Yun Xiang. Kid, can you hook me up with a set? Yun Xiang replied, of course, no problem. Let's do it after this reward ceremony. And there's a big entry test gift package prepared for old Su. We'll push it through together then. Old master Song added sheepishly. Yun Xiang, kid, though I'm not into youthful looks. If you've got any extra pills, might as well give me a set. I've got a friend, Yun Xiang. And old Su didn't call him out, exchanging a knowing smile. At the same time, in a rundown house in Yong'an City's western district, a few people in tattered clothes handed photos to the person. Mission accomplished. The people you wanted us to track down, boss. We've located 3 of them. The veiled girl across from them asked, where are they? The man chuckled. Those 3, our brothers from the hand-reaching gang, are tailing them. The girl casually tossed out a card. This card has 50,000. Take me to them. Hearing such a sum, the man beamed with joy. The girl smirked nonchalantly. If you help me find their gathering spot, I'll add another 100,000. The long-awaited star, Seoul General Zhao Yun finally, Yun Xiang and his official girlfriend Asen, are about to reunite once more. Upon hearing there'd be another 100,000 reward, the lead beggar eagerly pledged, boss, rest assured, in Yong'an City, the hand-reaching gang never fails a job. The girl nodded. Go. Contact me the moment you find them. With that, a guard tossed a communication device to him. The beggar caught it and left with his crew. The girl cautiously had her guard check if they'd gone far. After confirming the coast was clear, the girl finally relaxed. So tense. Exhausting. So, how was it? How'd this princess do with her acting? She was Minyao, Princess Gongsun Zhanzhan, 19 years old, younger sister of Gongsun Shang, king of Yanzhou and Milun Kingdom, at the early Earth tier. The guards behind her quickly gave thumbs-ups. Haha. Princess, you're amazing. Gongsun Zhanzhan giggled shyly. You're too kind, everyone. It's all this future crown princess title's fault. It's holding back my acting career. Oh right. Let's report to master first. Gongsun Zhanzhan then dialed a number. Hello, master? Are you there? It's me, Zhanzhan. A response quickly came. I'm here. Go ahead. Gongsun Zhanzhan danced with excitement as she explained. Master, I followed your instructions and successfully found clues about some plan from the military strategy division. Their operation team has 6 captains. After hearing her out, her master nodded. Good. Keep following up. Find a way to get evidence to disrupt the Nanning plan. This time, Gongsun Zhanzhan brought only 4 guards from the Gongsun family, so she worried about manpower. Her master reassured her, it's fine. I'll step in at the critical moment. I'll head to Yong'an City soon. Master. Will this really help His Highness the Crown Prince? Her master explained. If you can get evidence of the Nanning plan, it's like grabbing the military strategy division by the throat. You don't want Milun's next emperor to remain a puppet of the Elder Council, do you? Got it, I understand. Get to it. With that, they hung up. Gongsun Zhanzhan let out a long breath, slapped her cheeks, psyching herself up. Come on, Gongsun Zhanzhan. You've got this. Daughter of the former king of Yanzhou, sister of the current king of Yanzhou, aunt of the next king of Yanzhou. You carry the Gongsun clan's mission. You're the future crown princess, and the crown prince's only bestie, the only one who knows his secret. Right now, only you can help him. It's your duty and responsibility. You have to do it. Go. Zhanzhan's the best. Alright, let's move. But what do we do now? The guards behind her were instantly speechless. Wait for word from those hand-reaching gang beggars. Gongsun Zhanzhan nodded. Oh right, can we wait somewhere else? This place is filthy and stinks. No bathroom either. How about Yong'an Grand Hotel? Book a top-floor suite. This princess needs to wash off this stench. A maid shook her head helplessly, reminding her, princess, we left in a rush this time. Didn't bring heavenly capital IDs. Can't check in. Time soon shifted to evening. At this moment, in the Song Manor's eastern courtyard, to attend Hong Yuxiao's banquet, steward Song Mu, specially arranged, maids to dress Song Yun Xiang in new attire. It's just a banquet. Do I really need to dress this formally? Hearing Song Yun Xiang's complaint, Song Mu explained, young master, you're about to receive a noble title. Wearing traditional empire attire for formal occasions adds dignity. Song Yun Xiang chuckled. Big Mu, you've got a point. Young master, how many guards do you want along? Song Yun Xiang, hearing this, carefully eyed the people around. Since it's to meet Miss Hong, we can't lose on flair. After thinking, he pointed. T Mao, that guy. Yeah, you. Red-haired pony. And Qing Dai Liani. Song Wan, you stay and guard the house. You're not fierce enough. No intimidation factor. Feeling rejected. Song Wan huffed and clutched her chest. Fine, I'll guard the house. Didn't want to go anyway. Song Mu cautioned. Young master, demons aren't common in Yong'an City. Taking T Mao to the banquet might be too flashy. Why not swap him for Ing? Song Yun Xiang waved it off with a smile. No worries. Big Mu, I've got it covered. Check this out. T Mao obediently stepped forward. Song Yun Xiang pulled a talisman from his chest. T Mao asked, what's this? Song Yun Xiang explained, a transformation talisman, back in the southern continent, to blend with demons. I specially developed a talisman to mimic demon traits. With some tweaks, it can also mask demon features. Let's test it. With that, he channeled soul force, merging the talisman into T Mao's body. T Mao began trembling uncontrollably. After a flash of green light, his 4 horse legs miraculously turned human-shaped. T Mao curiously eyed his long legs, feeling odd. I'm standing steady, but something feels off. Song Yun Xiang smiled. No biggie, you'll get used to it soon. To find him shoes and stuff, this talisman was rushed. Didn't have time to add clothing features. T Mao noticed a transparent bracelet, asking, what's this? Song Yun Xiang explained, crush it, and you'll revert to your original form. Made in a hurry. It's a one-time thing. I'll make you a better one later. By the way, where's that Zisu girl? Song Wan answered. Zisu and that little one ate the outer courtyard cafeteria dry yesterday. They're out with the kitchen staff buying supplies. Meanwhile, on the other side, urgent footsteps echoed in the Taiyuan organization. A woman in charge barked, let's go. Intel Team's senior sister Dong Si found clues about the Nanning plan. Hearing this, Asen behind her replied, yes. Then everyone hopped into their mechs. A 8-action team, Puma Squad, mission start, requesting deployment clearance. Clearance granted. Good luck on the mission. After the base gates opened, they sped off in their mechs, heading for Yong'an City in the southern wilderness. At this moment, in a northwest corner of Yong'an City, Zhu La and Qi Gu arrived. In a narrow alley, a guard dressed as a chef appeared. After exchanging the code, an iron door behind him creaked open, revealing a hidden passage. They followed it to the 3rd basement level, passing a palm scan. Entering a heavily guarded room. Inside, several people awaited. Tech Team Captain Tuoba Bo, First Assault Team Captain Aga Duo, a muscular man lifting weights, and a bearded man in a suit. Chiga greeted loudly. Captain Mochi. Hey everyone. The bearded man, Mochi Xiang, 40 years old, a senior spy of Milun's military strategy division, and overall captain of the Nanning operation. At mid-heaven tier. He glanced at his watch. You two are 35 seconds late. Report to Captain Keeman for punishment. Both froze at his words. Keeman, lifting weights, eyed them, sneering mockingly. For such a critical operation, they send 2 Earth-tier girls. Is Pingtian Saint sect, as rumored, out of capable fighters? Keeman, 2nd Action Team Captain, 42 years old. At early heaven tier, Chi Ji. The sect's honor won't be tarnished. Take back what you just said. Keeman snorted coldly, hurling a 100-pound barbell at. Take back your. Zhu La leapt, kicking the barbell away. Pulling 2 axes from her storage talisman, charging at Keeman. You filthy mutt. I'll kill you. Keeman raised his fists, unfazed. Heh. Trash from the Yang tried. Worse than a slave. As their clash loomed, Mo Qixiang stepped in. I allow some rivalry, but know the time and place. Hearing this, Keeman lowered his fists. Sorry, honored captain. Zhu La grudgingly apologized too. Fine, since we're all here, let's start the meeting. Everyone, take a seat. They gathered around the table. Mo Qixiang began. Before we officially start, a sudden development. Tuoba Bo. Brief the captains. Tuoba Bo nodded. Activating a holographic projector on the table. All right, I'll give everyone a quick rundown. This is Gongsun Zhanzhan of the Gongsun family. She might have some ties to colleagues, maybe even knows some. Earlier, we deliberately leaked bits of the Nanning plan to moles in the military strategy division to set a trap. And the Gongsun family took the bait. This Gongsun woman thinks she's clever, bribing local Yong'an City gangs to track our teams. But she probably didn't expect. The hand-reaching gang has already been bribed to switch sides. She's about to walk into our trap, so we plan to use this chance, with the help of Heavenly Capital's forces, to eliminate this woman trying to ruin our plan. Zhu La, hearing this, whispered in confusion. What does that mean? The Gongsun family is that Yinzhou King's Gongsun family, right? Aren't they on Milun's side too? And it seems has a newly awakened summoner. Qi Gu quietly explained. The Gongsun family and other old guard royalists are at odds with the elder faction tied to the military strategy division. The military strategy division pushes for war. The royalist seek stability. Zhu La, still lost, grumbled. Forget it, stop talking. I can't wrap my head around this. So which side are we on anyway? Qi Gu replied. For the deputy sect leader's orders, we're backing the military strategy division and the elder faction. At that moment, Yun Xiang signaled them to hush. Everyone clear. This time, we'll use Heavenly Capital's forces to take out this Gongsun Zhan, creating a stronger rear support for the military strategy division's future all-out war plans. At this point, a cold smirk crept onto Yun Xiang's face. The Gongsun family has a summoner with a Star Soul general. If we could win their support, the all-out war plan would gain a massive boost. At the same time, in Yangye City, at the grand training ground beneath the Yinzhou King's manor, a drill was underway. Hundreds of soldiers raised shields and blades, ready in defensive formation. Soon, the sound of hooves approached from afar. The warhorse, named Yulon White Dragon Colt, and atop it, the Star Soul General, was Zhao Yun, famed as the dragon-hearted tiger general. The distance between them closed, leading to the first clash. Zhao Yun charged ahead, sweeping his spear wide. With each thrust, the soldiers' mechs tore like tofu. One man, one horse, unstoppable. Before the surrounding soldiers could close in, they fell beneath his blade. The silver spear danced with thunderous might, like a tiger's claw, ripping through all resistance. As the defensive line crumbled, the captain shouted, "Anyone still standing? Get up. Reform the line. Watch out mid-sentence." He noticed Zhao Yun vanish from horseback as they searched frantically. Zhao Yun dropped from the sky, his silver spear crashing down. With devastating force, a deafening boom rang out. Mechs on the ground were flung into the air. Then a massive tornado storm formed, swallowing all the mechs. Moments later, the storm dissipated, leaving the soldiers incapacitated. Star Soul General Zhao Yun stood with his silver spear, calmly at the battlefield's center. Clapping echoed nearby. Beautiful. Facing 100 foes, and still avoiding every vital point, delivering crippling blows, while sparing lives with precision. Worthy of you. The Gongsun family's greatest genius in a century. The speaker, Gongsun Ji, was Gongsun Hu, Yinzhou King of Milun Kingdom, current head of the Gongsun clan. Hearing this, Gongsun Ji quickly disengaged his summon, approaching him. You flatter me, Father King. It's all thanks to you and the elders' teachings. Gongsun Hu laughed heartily. You are just too modest sometimes. Come, have some tea. He glanced at a guard nearby, ordering, clean up. Let them collect rewards from the storehouse. Double for those who lasted 3 moves against the young lord. They then moved to a pavilion on the city wall. Gongsun Hu poured a cup of tea, handing it over. Try this. Fresh pre-rain tea from Shishui Kingdom. Just arrived. I snatched it from those old geezers. Gongsun Ji respectfully accepted. Thank you, Father King. Gongsun Hu shook his head. Nonsense, Father King. No outsiders here. Call me Dad or Father. Gongsun Ji quickly called out. Fine, whatever you like. Tea's done. I've got a task for you. Gongsun Ji sat up straight. Go ahead. Gongsun Hu placed a box on the table. Head to the southern wilderness border city of Heavenly Capital. Bring back your foolish little ant. Hearing this, Gongsun Ji looked puzzled. What's wrong with little ant? Gongsun Hu snorted, grinding his teeth. That girl wanted to stand up for the crown prince, but got ensnared by those military strategy division bastards. You know how the old man had her late in life, Zhan. As the only girl in our Gongsun family, she's the family's precious gem. The old man me, and your uncles spoiled her rotten. I suspect those military strategy dogs want to use her life to stir trouble. After all, she's the future crown princess, a Gongsun daughter, with half royal blood. It had not only enraged the conservatives, but also shake the nation's anti-war sentiment. Gongsun Ji nodded. I understand. Any deadline? Gongsun Hu replied. Reach Yong'an City within 5 days. Thwart the military strategy division scheme. Normally, it's impossible, so I prepared this for you. Open it. Take the iron token inside. Someone in heavenly capital will assist you. Gongsun Ji then pulled the iron token from the box, seeing 3 bold characters, taxing men. Star Soul General Zhao Yun to save the crown princess. Races to Yong'an City. Today Xiaohong shines, finally uncovering a major secret hidden in the dark, having just received the token from his father. Gongsun Ji stared at the words, taxing men, asking puzzledly, what's this? Gongsun who began slowly, taxing men. This goes back hundreds of years ago, when the empire hadn't yet split into 3. Back then, Emperor Mingwu found a secret. In ancient civilization ruins, a man who defied fate his whole life. He planned to carry on the will of human sages, launching some tower project, but soon after, Emperor Mingwu was assassinated on the eastern wilderness battlefield. With no choice, young Emperor Guanghuan took the throne. Imperial uncle Tianhe and regent princess, eastern wilderness imperial uncle Tianhetai, Mingwu's brother by the same mother. Infeft in the northern Milun lands, titled King Milun, a master of both pen and sword, with grand vision, a man of great virtue. He was the ideal successor. Princess Tianpian not only inherited Mingwu's innate valor, but was also a powerful born summoner. If that era allowed a woman to rule, she too would have been a worthy successor to revive the empire. And later, when Uncle Tianhetai fled north, he followed, guarded him, a founding elder of Milun, about 100 years ago. Zhao Yun's soul chose a branch family member in heavenly capital. Gongsun Xiang became the 6th summoner. Then, in your generation, Star Soul General Zhao Yun returned to our Gongsun main family, perhaps a hint from fate. So, now you get it right. Anything else to ask? Gongsun who stood to leave. Then Gongsun Ji voiced another doubt. Father King, forgive my boldness. Among the forces you command, there must be someone better suited for this task than me, right? Gongsun who nodded. True. I've already arranged a pair of heaven-tier assassins. They'll support you from the shadows. Then why not just send them? Gongsun who gazed thoughtfully out the window. Because I want you to meet someone. Get to know him. Who? What's special about him? Gongsun Ji grew curious. Gongsun who sighed deeply. Turning downstairs, nothing much. Just an old friend's son. At that moment, in Yong'an City on the southern wilderness border, Song Yun Xiang's group headed to the banquet, making their way to the rendezvous. Song Yun Xiang adjusted his clothes. These feel so uncomfortable. I'll change after this meal. Seeing his demeanor, Ma San, in the front seat, guessed. Young Master Yun Xiang isn't happy with the clothes Big Moo prepared this time. Xia Beija speculated. Probably too rushed. The staff couldn't find anything better. Ma San raised an eyebrow. It's not about time, is it? I think Big Moo's taste just sucks. Look at him, always dressing so tacky. That makes sense. Xia Beija nodded in agreement. Ma San shamelessly praised himself. For fashionable stuff like this, you need 9th Master Ma to step in. Then the mech swerved sharply. Liani and T-Mao, leaning on the bench watching the view, fell flat from the sudden turn. Ma San warned. You two sit properly. That's dangerous. Liani apologized profusely. Sorry, Master Ma. Her gaze then caught the buildings below. Look. This is Yong'an City's West Street. The northwest part of West Street is where I grew up. That shop is Yong'an's famous century-old West Street roast goose shop, where I first met young Master Yun Xiang. What's a goose? T-Mao, never having eaten goose, didn't know what kind she meant. So, she explained how roast goose is made, making T-Mao drool beside her. Master, T-Mao wants to try it. He looked at Song Yun Xiang with eager anticipation. Song Yun Xiang thought it over. At the banquet later, they'll probably just stand in the back with nothing to eat. Might as well grab them something to tide them over. With that in mind, Song Yun Xiang had Xia Beija stop at West Street first. Shortly after, the mech landed smooth. Ma San and Xia Beija waited in place. Song Yun Xiang stepped out with 3 maids. They headed straight into the nearby West City roast goose shop. Just as they entered the shop, Song Yun Xiang suddenly received a transmission from Yen Xiaohong. You there? Trash host? Song Yun Xiang asked, puzzled. What's up? Xiaohong boasted smugly. The great me found a huge secret in that black realm. Wanna know, trash host? Shocking, so shocking. Song Yun Xiang not only cracked the black realm's permissions, but also hijacked Elder Du in reverse, gaining control over Sun Xia's body. Meanwhile, Crown Princess Gongsun Zhanzhan was in dire straits, while falling into the Military Strategy Division's trap. She was also ambushed by the Tai Yuan organization. Just moments ago, after AK's Xiaohong uncovered the major secret in the Black Realm, she promptly informed Song Yun Xiang. So, Song Yun Xiang let the maids roam freely. Regroup after you've eaten your fill. For safety's sake, he parted from them temporarily, using a cloaking array to slip away quietly, soon arriving at a sparsely populated area. Come out, tell me what's going on. Hearing Song Yun Xiang's words, Xiaohong immediately emerged, smug as ever. Oh my, trash host, so eager to see the great me. Song Yun Xiang's face darkened. Cut the crap and talk straight. With that, he snapped his fingers, activating an array. A barrier slammed onto Xiaohong's head. Chastised, Xiaohong begged for mercy. Noble master, this servant knows she was wrong. Song Yun Xiang released her. Xiaohong clutched her neck, gasping in lingering fear. Wait, you don't have a body, so you shouldn't need to breathe, right? Hearing Song, Xiaohong realized. Oh right, ha. Maybe the host's move was too slick, blurring virtual and reality for little ol me. Enough, enough. Spill it already. Yun Xiang had no patience for flattery. Xiaohong pulled out the Black Realm and began explaining. First off, this thing's from the 18th era, made by some tech company. A portable external nanomedical device. It can break down into nano units, entering the wearer's body for healing and physical enhancement. It also has shape-shifting capabilities, can act as a medical tool or turn into various tools and weapons, but due to size limits, transforming into larger tools requires extra materials from the wearer. But this batch of Black Realms are prototypes and modified with special functions. From fragmented logs, parsed data shows. An organization once ran the Tongtian Tower plan on this batch of Black Realms, performing experimental modifications. These can operate offline, as terminals executing a preset version 1.0 Starlight Protocol. Yun Xiang pondered. I see. So that black-eyed old man used this to hijack Sun Xia, then tried to take over my body too? Protocol container. Can you deduce their motive? Based on the clues we have. Xiaohong thought briefly. Kinda confusing. The logs show 18th era folks copied their consciousness into the Black Realm, then preset this function for themselves. So weird, these people. Yun Xiang, hearing this, started piecing things together. Could it be? They copied their consciousness for self-use. 18th era people, their enemy, was something that could hijack bodies too. A terrifying entity. So, they used the Black Realm to protect themselves? Xiaohong continued. So that old guy in the Black Realm left his original consciousness data hidden in some obscure corner. But I nabbed it. Heh, this guy, with that dim-witted kid, sneakily left a backdoor, which I nabbed too. Yun Xiang impressed. Give a thumbs up. Not bad. Looks like you're actually useful. Xiaohong beamed proudly. Of course. I'm super useful. Want me to wipe out that old guy's original consciousness data? Go ahead. Yun Xiang shook his head. I've got an idea. Can you just erase his personality? Xiaohong instantly got it. Host wants to reset him. Then, yes, delete this and that. Right here. Add a control command like a legal code. Yep, just like that. While Yun Xiang tinkered with the Black Realm, over in Yong'an City's northwest district, Gongsun Zhanzhan followed the hand-reaching gang into an alley. At the alley's corner, a yellow-haired guy subtly flashed an OK sign. The leader nodded back discreetly. He then approached Gongsun Zhanzhan. Boss, don't worry. Past West Street ahead. There's a hand-reaching gang outpost. Once there, we'll take a mech and bring you to those targets' meeting spot. Got it, understood. Gongsun Zhanzhan didn't think much of it. Then her comms device buzzed. Seeing it was her master, she signaled her guards to stand by her. Once connected, her master's urgent voice came through. You've been exposed. It's a trap by the Military Strategy Division, using your life to stir conflict. Don't engage them. Run. Hearing this, Gongsun Zhanzhan's face paled. She quickly scanned around for an escape. What? My life. Damn, a pincer attack formation. Careless. Those filthy beggars dared trick this princess. Hyo, Elon, cover the rear. Aseong, Xian, protect me. With that, she vaulted off a nearby wall, fleeing into the distance. Crap, the fat sheep's escaping. Chase her. The hand-reaching gang leader ordered pursuit immediately. Reporting to the mastermind. Boss, that chick seems to have caught on. She bolted. What now? Yes, understood. Don't worry. We already spiked her earlier. At that moment, at the border of Heavenly Capital's eastern province, the Puma squad racing to Yong'an City received a message from Dongxi. My people are exposed. The plan to use the Gongsun family to expose the Military Strategy Division's inhumane war plans. For a media war has failed. The Military Strategy Division set a trap to use Gongsun lives to spark hatred between Milun's conservatives and Heavenly Capital. Suanang nodded. Received. Our squad's still 30 hours from Yong'an. Dongxi replied. Good. If Plan A stalls, switch to Plan B. Eliminate the Gongsun people on site. Frame Milun's Military Strategy Division. Suanang fell silent. After a moment's pause, she steeled herself. Received. At that moment in Yong'an City, Xiaohong, per Yun Xiang's orders, finished tweaking the Black Realm. Yun Xiang slipped it onto his finger. Starting the test. Upon activation, dark red patterns emerged, spreading from his arm to his head. Yun Xiang's mind linked with the Black Realm, seamlessly entering its space. In a corner of that space, dozens of Elder Du's original consciousness datasets were stored. Since Elder Du's personality had been erased, Yun Xiang easily infiltrated, modifying one of the data backups. You're a genius, host, using their own tricks against them? Yun Xiang chuckled. Didn't expect it to go so smoothly, but we're not done. Connect me to that backdoor. He left in Sun Xia's body. Moments later, in the Song Manor's underground guard cell, the unconscious Sun Xia snapped her eyes open, leaping up from the floor. Looking at this unfamiliar body, Yun Xiang smirked with satisfaction. Ha, it worked. Ha, success. Yun Xiang's reverse hijack succeeded, gaining a clone. Crown Princess Gongsun Zhanzhan faced encirclement, trapped in a dire situation. Just moments ago, in the Song Manor's underground guard cell, Yun Xiang, via the Black Realm, took control of Sun Xia's body smoothly. He chuckled, quite pleased. It worked. No, wait. It should be like this. No, still off. This is the laugh, Yun Xiang recalled, mimicking Sun Xia's smile. Soon nailing the resemblance. Xiaohong nearby chimed in with flattery. Badass. Worthy of the host I approve. You're just too slick. Yun Xiang waved his arm, noticing something. The lag's pretty bad. From my body to Elder Du, it's smooth. The issue's in the link between Elder Du and Sun Xia. Later, we can try boosting it with an array. Strengthen the Black Realm Sun Xia backdoor connection. Minimize the indirect control lag. As Yun Xiang mused, 2 shadow guards approached, hearing noise. What's that? Did the captive master Xia sent wake up? Yun Xiang saw them coming, not wanting to blow his cover yet. He and Xiaohong exited Sun Xia's body. The uncontrolled Sun Xia collapsed, leaving the 2 shadow guards baffled. What's going on? Was this guy sleepwalking just now? At that moment, atop a rundown building in the West District, Yun Xiang's consciousness returned to his own body. He glanced at the Black Realm on his finger, smiling faintly. Pretty close to what I expected. Fix the lag issue. And we've got a perfect puppet tool. Let's call it Scapegoat Vest number 1. Xiaohong piped up eagerly. Xiaohong could control it too. Xiaohong wants one. Yun Xiang, puzzled, asked, what? Xiaohong grinned. Haha, that puppet tool you just controlled? Host. Yun Xiang didn't get it. A lofty assistant AI. What do you want with a measly mortal shell? Xiaohong, drooling, explained. Well, lately, I've seen tons of mortal gourmet stuff. With a controllable body. Xiaohong could taste it in the flesh. Yun Xiang was speechless. Oh, come on. Another foodie. Honored host, can you get your humble servant a controllable body, please? Yun Xiang felt a headache coming. I'm no saintly hero. But snatching bodies willy-nilly doesn't feel right. Wait, I've got one. Mind a darker-skinned one. There's a captive we could nab for you to play with. Xiaohong cheered. Yes, yes. Just then, a shout rang out from not far off. Stop right there, little lady. Thunderbolt's not getting away. No way. Yun Xiang turns, confused, following the sound. He sees a few ragged-looking guys chasing 3 girls running this way like their lives depend on it. Gongsun Zhanzhan's gasping for air like she's run a marathon. Looking like a hot mess, total chaos. Behind her, Xiang and Xian keep trying to summon their soul power for a fight, but it's a flop every darn time. Soul power's locked up tight. We've been poisoned. Those filthy scumbags. They dosed us back at that busted-up house. A moment later, they're done for. Poisoned front and back by the Stretching Hand gang. Princess run. We'll hold them off. Gongsun Zhanzhan doesn't hesitate. She climbs the nearby wall like a pro, but as she jumps down, she spots trouble on this side of the wall. More Stretching Hand gang members lurking. Damn it, I can't even use my soul power. Gongsun Zhanzhan's totally screwed now. 3 Stretching Hand goons with sneaky smirks, staring her down. Can't muster any strength, huh? Haha, who'd have guessed the mighty Star Soul Master would end up helpless like a stray dog? Those Northern Kingdom drugs are top-notch. They barely finish talking when a thud comes from behind them. Who's there? They don't even get to look. Before Yun Xiang smacks all 3 of them out cold with some epic slaps, eyeing this sudden stranger. Gongsun Zhanzhan warily asks, who are you? Yun Xiang flashes a grin. Song family from Yong'an City. Yun Xiang, need a hand, miss? Gongsun Zhanzhan clearly doesn't buy it. Song family? Uffed, you think you can fool me? This princess isn't that gullible. Yun Xiang hears her out, then just whips out a mask to change his face, and mimics Xiao's signature smirk like a pro. Ha ha ha, you're sharp as a tack, miss. Here we go, all forms equal. Since you've seen through me, no point hiding it anymore. I'm Xia, head of the White Dragon Gang, miss. Need some help? Yun Xiang switches up his look. Grumpy beggar gang vibes. And here comes the stunning, fair-skinned Hong Yuxiao. Now disguised, Yun Xiang gives a sly smile. Yours truly, Xia, White Dragon Gang boss. Gongsun Zhanzhan clutches her dizzy head, trying her best to stay sharp. What was that look just now? Did my eyes play tricks on me? How'd you turn into someone else in a flash? Yun Xiang chuckles and explains. Don't mind me. Just a little trick. Nothing fancy, just a parlor game. They say if you're roaming the Jianghu, you gotta play it slick. To dodge the blade and the blame, use an alt. Us folk living on the edge. Who doesn't have a few tricks up their sleeve? But I didn't expect you, miss, to not only be drop-dead gorgeous, but also a Jianghu veteran. Seeing right through my disguise in one glance. You're a genius with beauty to match. Gongsun Zhanzhan blushes a bit. Heh, smooth-talking punk, right here. Fat sheep's over here. As they chat, the Stretching Hand gang rolls up on patrol, spotting the disguised Yun Xiang. They instantly get on edge. Xia? White Dragon Gang. Yun Xiang sizes them up with a sharp stare. Your fashion sense. Are you guys from the Stretching Hand gang? Their boss, when you on, pipes up. Boss Xia. This is our Stretching Hand gang, and this chick's personal beef with us. Our gangs have always stayed out of each other's way. I just sent out the signal. 300 of our Stretching Hand brothers are on their way. How about giving me some face, and handing this chick over to us? You and the White Dragon gang can sit this mess out. Yun Xiang snorts with a smirk. Heh. Live and let live. Shouldn't it be one mountain, one tiger? Gongsun Zhanzhan knows she's toast. her only hopes pinned on it. This guy standing in front of her. Please, help me get out of here. I'll owe you big time. Yun Xiang plays it cool. Tough call. I'm no big shot, but I've got some pull around Yongin City. Can't stand by when trouble's brewing. But you see, the stretching hand gang's got numbers, and they're real big on saving face. Gongsun Zhanzhan catches his drift, pulls a storage card from her pocket, and hands it over. 100,000 Tiandu coins. Is that enough? Yun Xiang grabs it with a grin. Oh my. Talk of payment. I felt a spark with you the moment we met. How could money ever measure this vibe? Normally, a measly 100,000 Tiandu coins as a deposit wouldn't cut it, no way. After all, there's a code to this game. Indy, 30% upfront's the rule. But since you're so sincere, I'll bend the rules just this once, and take only 10% upfront. Gongsun Zhanzhan's speechless. But her nerves finally ease up a bit. Deal sealed. Yun Xiang chuckles, and strolls over to the other side. You all heard it. This ain't about staying out of each other's lanes anymore. She's paid me 10% upfront, so this is business now. The stretching hand boss sees him gearing up, and throws out a quick threat. What are you up to? I've got 300, but mid-sentence. Yun Xiang lands a solid hit, right to the guy's chest. It's not that I'm disrespecting you. I just can't figure out. Who do you think you are, you scruffy punk? The stretching hand boss yelps, tumbling over to his crew. I shut, foaming at the mouth, out like a light. Seeing this, the vice boss panics and barks orders. Where are the 4 titans? Get in there now. His voice drops, and the crowd parts like magic. 4 beefy bruisers strut out, oozing menace. The stretching hand crew's confidence skyrockets, shouting sweet. It's our hall's 4 titans. These profiteering grave robbers, daring to mess with our century-old gang. They're begging for it. The 4 titans are on it. This punk's toast. Go for titans, wreck him. The 4 muscleheads don't waste time, pulling out their gear and suiting up fast. Yun Xiang ain't about to just watch them. He zooms in quick, and takes down one bald dude in a flash. The other 3 keep going, unbothered, finishing their suit up smooth as silk. Yun Xiang snags the bald guy's soul gem, checks it out, in a legally modded civilian rig. Guess I'll give this Star Soul a spin. He suits up with a loud shout, and a kinda mellowing hit. Mech pops up in the middle of the scene. The 3 remaining titans charge at once. But Yun Xiang doesn't even blink. He busts out White Dragon Soars first, then rolls into Earth Dragon Tumble, and caps it with Yellow Dragon Splash. 3 moves, boom, done. The 3 titans get smashed to bits. The stretching hand crew freaks out, backing off. Oh no, Vice Hall Master. Our hall's 4 titans got smoked. No surprise, it's the White Dragon boss. 1 move to drop a mysterious rank pro. Don't get cocky, punk. We'll settle this score with the White Dragon gang. Pull back, we're out. Move it. The stretching hand rabble scatters like roaches. Yun Xiang doesn't bother chasing, drops his suit up, and heads back to Gongsun Zhanzhan. Gongsun Zhanzhan's wobbling, barely holding it together, apologizing over and over. Yun Xiang steps up to steady her, while checking her out. Miss, watch out for Nylon Kingdom's special to my poison. Looks like you've pissed off some big shots. Gongsun Zhanzhan's jaw drops, looking shocked as heck. How'd you know that? Yun Xiang doesn't answer, just sneaks in a sleep spell. Too bad Tamai's great at blocking soul power, but as a knockout drug, it's pretty third-rate. And just like that, Gongsun Zhanzhan's out cold. Yun Xiang hoists her up and starts walking, while calling Xiao Beijia. Uncle Bei, pick up Qing Dai and the others first, then swing by this location I'm sending, and grab me. Meanwhile, over at Yongin Grand Tavern's main hall, Han Yuxiao addresses the staff below. This mess scared everyone, but the guild's thrilled with your dedication, and gave you all high marks. While the passenger ship's getting fixed, you can all apply for paid leave, and chill out here in Yongin City, or if you need to, hop on another ship, and head back to work. Everyone cheers with thanksy, and a familiar voice cuts through the crowd. It's Lin Jinghua, back after ages. He's scratching his head over this Hong Yuxiao. Miss Hong, head honcho of the Hong clan guild in Nanzhou, one of the 3rd Gen Hong family elites. Why is she here on purpose? Is it for that guy too? Yun Xiang has no clue. He's being watched from 1,000 miles away, and the one eyeing him is the supreme commander of Tiandu's northern army, while Yun Xiang hauls off Crown Princess Gongsun Zhanzhan up in Tiandu's northern army base at the Lin clan. On Sky Island, a frigate gently docks. From the Northern Army's 5th Guard Battalion, 2nd Rank Captain Ope steps off with the crowd from the frigate. Ope is also an instructor at Nanzhou's Ji Wu Academy. Back when the academy got hit with a beast, he and Qingyi got saved by Yun Xiang. 3 folks are there to pick him up. The leader's Zhao Niu, deputy commander of the Northern Army's 5th Battalion, Earth Tier, mid-level badass. On the left, a glasses-wearing young guy, Shen Wenqing, junior overseer at Tiandu's military forging division, codenamed Blade Oath, head of the Mech Vision project. On the right, a chubby glasses dude, Su Dun, big shot at Taishan Heavy Industries, 4th rank forger, tech lead for structural mapping. Ope spots the trio, bows respectfully. Greetings, Deputy General. Greetings, Overseer Shun, and you 3 coming to fetch me. This humble soldier's flattered. Zhao Niu waves it off with a grin. Let's go. No need to be so formal. I'm here on Commander Zhao's orders to grab you. As for these 2, let's board and chat. Commander Zhao's waiting. All set. They hop into a nearby airship, heading off to the Northern Army base. On the way, Su Dun smirks at Opei. Opei's puzzled. What's up? Zhao Niu, up front, explains, little O. These two are old pals of yours. Can't you guess? They rushed here to snag you. All for that untested beast fighting field data you've got. Su Dun's face goes with the vibe. Dead serious, General Zhao. Let me correct you again. It's oath never sheath, not some untested blade. Zhao Niu shrugs. It's all killing gear. What's in a name, anyway? It's all swordplay in the end. Calling it a sword for long range. So what? Hearing this, Shen Wenxing adjusts his glasses. Coughs. General Zhao. You're off the mark there. Zhao Niu laughs awkwardly. Huh. No need to nitpick. Overseer. I'm just a rough old grunt. Was only messing around. Shen Wenxing pops open his laptop and drops some hardcore nerd facts. Zhao Niu plays humble eye. I'm sure you already know. The first sword mech Wei Yuan model dates back over 300 years. Tiandu and Milun had their first big military clash. On the battlefield, the Wei Yuan's Type 33 was everywhere, but couldn't scratch Fulo's mid-tier armor worth a darn. Later, under some swordmaster's guidance, my Shin ancestor whipped up the first sword mech, the Wei Yuan. But back then, the sword mech only got a beefed-up chassis and was armed with just 4 Type 34 armor-piercing swords. Over 200 years ago, another Shin family genius popped up. He designed the Type 63 saber, using some funky tech, massively boosting its armor-busting chops. But back on the northern battlefield, fighting beasts was still a thing. The Type 34 standard was better for poking beast-weak spots with precision. The second Jin Jianu mech went with a sword saber mix, so it's still called a sword mech. Once the northern beasts were wiped out, the sword mech's main gig became frontline, countering Fulo's mid-tier armor in close combat. So, the third gen sword mech got 4 Type 63 sabers. But since the second gen sword saber mix was still in service all over, plus 200 years of habit, sword mech just stuck as the name. And the rig instructor O's using now is built off the third gen sword mech, rocking 4 never-sheathed test blades. 3 years back, our crew got a job from Commander Xiao to tweak the Type 63 saber. For anti-mid-tier armor upgrades, we forged the blade with triple composite materials and coated it with rare Yaojing from the Shikong Mountains. For that extra oomph, finally crafting the unstoppable windcatcher blade. Too bad Yaojing's so rare and pricey. We only made 3 test units. After that, Zhao and Captain O probably know the rest. Unit 2 got snatched by Milun. Unit 1 got trashed in the Chiefing Mountain chase, leaving just Captain O's. Unit 3 still kicking. We got chewed out for screwing up. No hope for a promotion, and the project. That's why we're so desperate to see Neversheed's beast-busting field data. Please, Captain O. Hearing this, Opei's face twists with hesitation. Zhao Niu casually slides some papers over. No worries, you can hand it over. The data transfer's already cleared. Opei checks the docs, all good, signs off and agrees with a nod. Pulls a hard drive from his pocket and hands it to Overseer Shen Wenxing. Field data from the Yuanding city, all locked up in this encrypted drive. Shen Wenxing thanks him and grabs it quick. When he sees Unit 3's combat stats, he's over the moon. Just as I thought. Precision, Yaojing-coated weapons juice up soul power big time. You can slash and deal beasts some serious hurt. This data's gold. If we can get Yaojing coatings into the next mass-produced rigs at the Forge MasterCon in 3 months, I'll snag first place for sure. The Tiandushan family's been grinding for years, and under my lead, we'll be the top forging clan again. Thinking this, he scrambles to stop the airship. No need to drop us off. You go see Commander Xiao. We'll hoof it back ourselves. This is huge. We gotta dive into this data ASAP. Not long after, the airship rolls back to Northern Army HQ. Inside the temp office of the Northern Commander, a soldier hits the door. Report, Commander. Ninja 5th Academy Instructor, Sword Mech Test Pilot, 2nd Rank Captain Opei, 5th Battalion. Reporting. Here with the data. Commander Xiao Chong. Duke Lin nods. Send him in. Then, Zhao Niu and Opei step into the office. Good work, take a seat. Once they settle, the desk projector hums to life. Xiao Chong eyes the projection and cuts to the chase. Opei. I read your last report. You flagged Song Yun Xiang, Star Souls with C's guy, in the Ji Wu Academy fight. Using 7 star steps, and leave slash. You sure you saw it right? Star Soul Guan Yu makes an epic comeback. Song Yun Xiang's fiancée, with one casual swing, sliced a multi-ton sky-suppressing greatsword in half. Just now, at Northern Army HQ in Beijing, Commander Xiao Chong grilled Opei about Song Yun Xiang's moves. Were they 7 star steps and leave slash? Opei answers dead serious. Commander Xiao, I'm dead certain. Song Yun Xiang floated with soul power in this wild way, pairing it with mysterious armor's signature moves. He was in my class back then. A pretty notorious kid. Had some rough rumors floating around. Xiao Chong perks up. What rumors? Opei scratches his head. Awkward. Word was his soul vein was busted from birth. Could only suit up for 3 minutes tops, plus some messy personal life stuff. Xiao Chong rubs his chin. Playing the fool to eat the tiger, huh? Not like his flashy old man style at all. Keep going. Opei digs into his memory. Then he pulled off mysterious armor's secret footwork. 7 star steps, dancing through the beast's scatter beam like it's nothing. Then with a leaf slash, he unleashed soul power, blasting a blade through the air to drop a beast from afar. Far as I know, those two are Commander Dylan's signature mysterious armor moves. I was lucky enough to see Commander D use them on the battlefield myself. Xiao Chan's eyes light up. You've seen it. Opei nods. Yup. Over a year ago, that big Beijing battle, our 5th Battalion held the eastern Liangyao Pass front line. Zhao Niu grumbles about that fight. That damn battle. Those Taiha merc bastards. Opei keeps going. Back then, our main force was locked with Milun's army at Beijing. Stalemate. Milun's guerrilla General Yuang sent the Red Ghost Legion, flanking through Liangyao Pass on the east, trying to sneak behind us and cut our supply line. My unit got orders to block him, but their firepower was way over ours. Brothers dropping left and right. At the clutch moment, Commander Dylan rolled in with mysterious armor to save the day. But back then, mysterious armor only had one Yunlong-class frigate, while Milun's side A had 6 modded Red Ghost mini-frigates. The Red Ghosts thought they had the upper hand, trying to surround Mysterious Armor's flagship and nab it. Both sides went at it hard in a boarding brawl. Tons of Milun troops used grappling hooks, storming in from all angles, clashing with Mysterious Armor's defenders. Right when the fight got sticky, Commander Dylan finally stepped up, rocking a red demon mask. He leaps down, joining the fray while suiting up Star Soul Guan Yu. His raw power alone was nuts, plus the OG Star Soul boost. He tore through like nobody's business. In a blink, he smoked most of the Milun troops who boarded, soldiers. Then Dylan piloted Guan Yu in a big leap, landing right at the frigate's junction, blocking the endless wave of Milun gruts. He kicked off with a skill, string sweep, wiping out every Milun soldier in front of him. Then he raised his green dragon crescent blade and unleashed Moon Slash. Next second, a cyan blade beam of soul power shot out from the weapon. The beam grew huge in a flash, slicing a mini frigate below clean in two. Dylan didn't even pause. After that power hit, he busted out 7 star steps in a few breaths. He was over another enemy ship. Same Moon Slash, one more swing. No surprise. Another frigate chopped in half. By then, Milun's troops clocked it. Oh crap. It's a Saint tier badass. Aim the cannons at him. Order given. The last 4 frigates all swung their barrels at Dylan, but Dylan didn't even flinch. Summoned his warhorse, Red Flame Dragon Colt. Dragon's fury roar. With Dylan's light shout, Guan Yu's green dragon opened its jaws slow. Then a golden dragon spiraled out, chomping down on the nearest frigate. The other 3 didn't get off easy. Dylan sliced them one by one. In that fight, Commander D's moves included 7-star steps and Moon Slash. Opei wraps up, face glowing with a bit of hero worship. Zhao chimes in. Yuppa, I was there too. Commander D's the East Road's top lady legend. Xiaochong nods, strolls to the window. I see. I've read that battle's report. Rings a bell. Dylan's mysterious armor. Has he already linked up with the Song family on the down low? Hope it doesn't stir up that one's suspicions. Meanwhile, in Yongin City's northwest zone, Song Yun Xiang drops his disguised Zhengfa back to his real face, hauling the knocked-out Gongsun Zhan into a frigate. Seeing this, everyone's a bit curious. Young master. Song Yun Xiang grins and spills. Just nabbed a Northern Kingdom captive. She's probably a big deal. You guys dig into. Who's been rolling into Yongin lately? Qing Dai and Ma Sen nod. Yes, let's roll. Hurry up. Finish this meal and grill this chick. Call the cleanup crew to mop this up. After Song Yun Xiang's crew bails, a few frigates get orders and swoop in. Alert broadcast. Northwest District, Block 24, mech leak detected. Suspects have fled the scene. Requesting backup. Back at the fight street. Axion snaps awake from the alert. Damn, my soul power's jammed. Someone clocked me from behind. Crap. Where's the princess? Asion's gone too. Wait, these guys were Asion's contacts. Oh no, Axion's gut sinks. A bad vibe creeps up fast. Update. Song Yun Xiang's meet with the Hong clan finally kicks off. Saint Tier Huang Miao, racing to save the heads to Yongin City. Just now, after Song Yun Xiang nabbed Crown Princess Gongsun Zhan, her guard Axion wakes up from his blackout, his brain spinning, and it hits him quick. The other guard, Axiong, is shady, and sure enough, just like he feared, Axiong's holed up somewhere, reporting the mess to Tuoba Bo. Tuoba Bo hears it, and flips out, yelling, What? You failed. Are you an idiot? Why didn't you stay undercover? Do you know how much I shelled out to plant you in the Gongsun family? Axiong scrambles to explain. Sorry boss, after I took down the other lady guard, I was about to help the stretching hand crew grab the target, but out of nowhere, some powerhouse shows up, messing everything up. Not only did the plan flop, I also blew my chance to keep lurking. According to the stretching hand gang, this guy's from another Yongin City crew, the White Dragon gang's top dog, Xiuanxia. Tuoba Bo squints, puzzled. Xiuanxia, White Dragon gang. What's his deal? Axiong jumps in. From what I've dug up, the White Dragon gang started by flipping grave goods. Word is this Xiuanxia's a Star Soul vessel. I couldn't peg his level, but I guess he's above Earth tier. Vessel for Star Soul Chow Run. Quick, send me his pic. Yes, boss, send it over. Tuoba Bo sees Axiong and freezes on the spot. It's him. That skywalking, heaven tier badass who busted into the Song estate. We're in deep crap now. Meanwhile, on the frigate, Ma-san spills the intel he dug up. We're in deep crap now. Young master, just got word back. This chick's likely a Miloon stowaway, and her background's kinda shady. Yun Xiang nods at that. Miloon infighting, huh? Interesting. A few minutes later, the frigate hits its stop. Yongin Tavern. Ma-san asks, leave someone to watch this chick. Yun Xiang waves it off. Nah, she'll sleep tight in this dun fob space. That said, he leads the crew toward the tavern's front door, with the greeters showing the way. They cut through the lobby, straight to the top floor VIP suite. Down in the lobby, Lin Jinghua's chilling. Catches Yun Xiang strolling by. Mumbles under his breath, young master song. What young master song? You mean Miss Jinghua? Has been waiting for that guy these past few days? He's finally here for the meet. The maid chatters, glancing around. How they head straight to the top floor VIP elevator. Wait, is he Miss Hong's big guest tonight? Lin Jinghua stays mum. Spots Lianyi and freezes. His mind drifts to a familiar childhood shadow. Shall we? The maid pipes up. What's up, Miss Jinghua? Lin Jinghua snaps back. Nothing. Just saw someone like my old playmate. A moment later, Yun Xiang's crew rides the elevator up to the top floor. Timao's jaw drops at the fancy digs. First time seeing such luxe vibes. The rest trail Yun Xiang quietly. Not a peep. Hong the manager spots Yun Xiang. Rushes over with a quick intro. Long time no see, young master song. Let me introduce. This here is Miss Hong Yuxiao, head of Hong Clan Guild's Great Nanzhou branch. And this is Yun Xiang, young master song. Pleasure, Miss Hong. Yun Xiang grins, offering a handshake. Hong Yuxiao smiles back, peeling off her glove. Heard tons about you, young master song. They shake quick and let go. Yun Xiang clocks, she's no vessel. Nothing weird either. Hong Yuxiao gestures, please, take a seat. Let's chat. Why don't the two powerhouses outside join us? Young master song. Those two are. Yun Xiang waves it off. That's Uncle Ma, East Wing gatekeeper at Song Manor, and my driver lackey. No biggie, leave him be. Powerhouses like that. Just a gatekeeper and driver at Song Manor. Hong Yuxiao's shocked inside, but keeps her cool. Hong Fong, take care of those two outside. No slacking. Hong Fong nods sharp. Steps out to the door. Hey, big brothers. My bad. Sorry for the oversight. Forgive me. How about a table in the side hall? Grab some grub. Ma-san brushes it off. No need. We're good hanging here. Xia Beija lights a cigo. Takes a drag. Thanks, but duty calls. Appreciate it. We'll manage. Hong Fong eyes Xia Beija. Feels a twinge of deja vu. This guy looks kinda familiar. Ever been to Tiandu City, sir? Xia Beija shuts it down. No way. You've got the wrong guy. Oops, my bad. Sorry, my eyes suck. No worries. Since you won't eat, how about some tea out here? Go do your thing, Hong. Don't mind us. Seeing them hold firm, Hong Fong awkwardly tags along to wait. Meanwhile, inside, Hong Yuxiao seats Yun Xiang. Kicks off with some flattery. Heard forever, young master Song's been a standout since he was a kid. Shining charisma, top tier vibes. The Song fams kept it low key in Yongin. But meeting you today, I get it. Song clan's got depths I can't even fathom. A den of hidden dragons and crouching tigers. Now you're a vessel, young master Song, and racked up mad cred in Yuanding City. With you leading, the Song fam's future is gonna skyrocket. Blazing bright. Yun Xiang chuckles. Too kind. Miss Hong's the real deal. Stunning looks. And a rare biz genius. How about we skip the mutual hype and cut to the chase? Hong Yuxiao nods with a grin. Let me start. Hong Yi and Hong Ro, technically my bodyguards. But we grew up together. Like sisters, some of the few I can trust. Feel free to speak your mind, young master Song. No holding back. Yun Xiang gets her drift. Intros his trio of ladies. Lianyi Timao. Qingdai, maids from Song Manor's East Wing, plus the two outside. They're all my ride or die crew. Relax, Miss Hong. Hong Yuxiao's floored. Can't pin their levels exact. But her gut screams. Those two outside are heaven tier at least, and these three maids probably outclass my guards. At Hong Clan, they'd be top elders. Here, just servants and maids. Song Clan's way deeper than I thought. Yun Xiang raps his intros. Since we're all family here, eh? Miss Hong, I figure. No point beating around the bush. I'll lay it out. I'm into Hong Clan Guild's clout. In politics and biz, plus your intel game. Real interested. Young master Song, you don't hold back. Chill, Miss Hong. I've got chips to match. Far as I know, Hong Clan Guild's got a lock on 70% of Tiandu's meds and forging materials biz. But you, Miss Hong, seem stuck by rival Hong fan players in that game, right? Plus, I've got a deal you can't say no to. Hee. Heard old man Hong KG. The Hong Patriarch's not doing so hot lately. The legendary life-extending pill. You've heard of it, yeah? Miss Hong, you don't want the gem, landing in other Hongers' hands, do ya? Meanwhile, over in Shishui Kingdom's capital, inside the royal digs, Huang Miaoying's chilling, till an urgent dispatch jolts her. Boss, emergency report from Qingyao Army. Princess Longhuan's ship went dark in Nanhuang. Last distress call before losing contact. Said they got ambushed deep in Nanhuang. Might have run into a vessel wielding lightning. Star Soul Huang Miaoying furrows her brow. Nanhuang, lightning wielding vessel. Could it be Star Soljangju's grand debut? The court's honor squad finally hits Yongin City. With all these factions stirring the pot, can Song Yunxiang's knighting go off smooth, while Song Yunxiang dines with Hong Yuxiao? In Yongin's northwest border airspace, a massive airship rolls in, carrying none other than Eunuch Lin's honor crew. Yongin's city lord, Kong Fan, been waiting ages, spots the giant frigate closing in, belled out, Kong Fan, Yongin's city lord, with Yongin's officials here to greet your esteemed arrival, requesting permission to board. A beat later, a granted booms from the megaship. Kong Fan hears it, snaps quick, lands his frigate on the big boy. Then, hustles his crew off to pay respects. The megaship's gate creaks open. 2 squads of armed guards march out first. Then Eunuch Lin and crew roll out on a platform. To the gate, Kong Fan drops to one knee, bows deep. Greetings, great eunuch. Greetings, honored lords. Eunuch Lin smirks faint, in a shrill voice. Lord Kong. Too polite. Get up and talk. Words drop. The little eunuch up front belts it again. Get up and talk. Kong Fan rises. With his crew. Thanks, eunuch. Up in his frigate's roof hatch. Someone's peeking at the scene. And it's none other than Old Man Kong, who lost to Song Yunxiang. Kong Zheng scopes left and right with binoculars. Doesn't know the young faces by Eunuch Lin, but clocks their faction from their threads. Those robes, embroidered guard bureau's inspectors, XIN Tianjin. Even Yi Shijin sent young blood this time. Hold up, that old geezer's a Song fam rival. Sweet, snapping these guys. Gonna tip off young master Yun Xiang later, while Kong Zheng sneaks pics. The little eunuch asks, Lord Kong. Plans all set for the next leg. Kong Fan jumps, reporting, eunuch, all locked down. My manor convoy will lead the way. We'll detour a bit. Enter Yongin from the north gate. Straight to the first hall. Tablets are prepped at the first hall. Top rooms and Nanzhou's famously dumplings too. Eunuch Lin cocks a curious brow. Why not just roll into town? Why detour through the north gate? Kong Fan explains, cautious. Eunuch, here's the deal. Cutting straight in means passing the northwest district. It's a civilian mashup. Fancy ships stir a ruckus. Plus, Yongin's officials are already at the north gate, waiting to greet you all. First hall's right by the north gate too. Eunuch Lin nods at the rundown. No biggie. It's late. I don't want to bug the folks. Lord Kong, your care for the people's ace. Props. Go with your plan. The little eunuch relays it loud. Then, left of Eunuch Lin, a few guys start whispering. First up's Lord Wan from the personnel ministry. His brow furrowed as he said, what love for the people. What unavoidable disturbance to the masses. This city Lord Kong is indeed quite cunning. I've heard that the northwest district of Yongin City is a slum area. He's probably afraid it'll affect his political performance review. Lord Bao from the Ministry of Revenue, standing in the middle, heard this, and chuckled with a grin. Calm your anger, my lord. It's just a minor frontier post, serving in such a remote, impoverished place, let alone being upright. Even if there's profit to be made, there's probably little to gain. The prominent families in this city, if placed in our central province, would barely qualify as modestly well-off middle-class households. The Song family being relegated to such a backwater corner must have been tough on their generations of neutrality. Don't you think so? Lord Chu from the Ministry of War let out a long sigh and uttered a cryptic remark. The Song family brought this upon themselves. It's a pity the old ones died, only for a young one to rise again. How unfair is the way of heaven? At that moment, in the faction to the right of Eunuch Lin, seeing the group whispering among themselves, Lord Chao of the new Heavenly Sword faction also began chatting quietly. TSK, it seems those old fogies from the 6 ministries aren't just here to watch the Song family's spectacle. They might even be planning to stir up trouble. Lord Shangwan, I heard that the Song family member being honored this time is quite close with your second prince. If those old geezers from the 6 ministries go overboard and cause a scene at the award banquet, you wouldn't just sit by and watch, would you? Lord Shangwan from the military faction, upon hearing this, laughed heartily and waved his hand dismissively. Lord Chao, don't joke recklessly like that. We're really not that close with the Song family member. Lord Lang from the Imperial Censorate spoke up sternly. This individual is a pillar of the state. The granting of a title to them is a matter of national importance. If any mediocre fools dare to disregard the court's dignity at the award banquet and act recklessly, committing despicable acts that tarnish His Majesty's authority, our Imperial Censorate will absolutely not stand idly by. Hearing this, Lord Chao chuckled lightly, clapping his hands in approval. Worthy indeed of the upright and uncompromising Imperial Censorate. Worthy indeed of the impartial and selfless Lord Lang, so just and fearless. What does Lord Tai, the iron-willed enforcer of the secret inspectorate, have to say? Lord Tai, his face masked, gave no response. With a whoosh, his figure vanished from the spot. Seeing this, the 3 nearby were left somewhat speechless. Why did Lord Tai just slip away? Lord Lang, witnessing this, snorted disdainfully, a cowardly rat hiding his face, unfit for great matters. At that moment, the airship carrying Kong Fan took the lead, with a 10-foot vessel, following the designated route, beginning its journey toward Yongin City. Meanwhile, at the Yongin Grand Restaurant in Yongin City, Song Yunxiang and Hong Yuxiao concluded their secret discussion and cooperation. The contents of their private talk remained unknown. However, before Song Yunxiang left, he left her with some items. Miss Hong, regarding what I mentioned earlier. You can take your time to consider it back home. I'll take my leave now. Wishing our two families a pleasant cooperation. Looking at the elixir and small box Song Yun Xiang left behind, Hong Yuxiao took a deep breath, revealing a satisfied smile. Young Master Song, your terms are truly impossible to refuse. Prepare yourself. At tomorrow's award banquet at the Song Manor, I'll represent the Hong Chamber of Commerce and present a generous gift. At that moment, in the elevator, Ma San curiously asked, Young Master, is everything settled? Song Yun Xiang nodded, yes. Ma San pressed further. How did it go? How much dowry does the Hong family want? This question completely baffled Song Yun Xiang. What? Uncle Ma, be serious. We were discussing business related to elixirs and crafting. Ma San grinned mischievously, teasing him. Why do I feel like that little lady from the Hong family has taken a liking to our young master? Don't you think so, Xiaoyao? Qing Dai was instantly speechless. Uncle Ma, please be serious. As they spoke, the elevator reached the first floor. After Song Yun Xiang stepped out of the elevator, his wristband communication device suddenly flashed with a notification. Seeing it was a call from Huang Miaoying, Song Yun Xiang stepped aside to take it privately. Once connected, Huang Miaoying's voice came through with a slight hint of reproach. Song Yun Xiang, you finally picked up. Hearing this, Song Yun Xiang gave an awkward smile. Sorry, Senior Huang. I was dealing with something important earlier, and my wristband was on silent. Huang Miaoying didn't dwell on it, going straight to the point. A team from our Shishui kingdom in the southern wilderness was attacked in the hinterlands. The last message they sent indicated it was a new soul general wielding lightning. Was it used with Xia? Disguising yourself as my mosquito swarm? Song Yun Xiang frowned upon hearing this. In truth, due to certain uncontrollable circumstances, he still couldn't use the starlight mosquito swarm to this day. It definitely wasn't me. I've never transformed into the mosquito swarm. Hearing this response, Huang Miaoying felt a sense of unease. Then we're in trouble. Song Yun Xiang asked, puzzled. What's wrong? Was that team important? Huang Miaoying didn't hold back, answering directly. Yes. The missing team was from our Shishui Kingdom's Divine Armory, testing a new mass production model. Among them was a researcher, who is the younger sister of Her Majesty the Empress. If it was the Xiaoyu Kingdom or the Southern Wilderness Bandits, then we're in big trouble. Hearing the name, Southern Wilderness Bandits, Song Yunxiang's mind conjured images of several mecha units. Their appearances surfaced in his thoughts. The yellow turbans rose up when Zhongzhou fell in the past. The yellow turbans, under the banner of the heavens, are dead, acting in heaven's stead. Join forces with Miluan and Xiaoyu strategies to invade southern Zhongzhou. It said their leader, just as Song Yunxiang recalled this. His thoughts were interrupted by Huang Miaoying's words. I'm currently heading to Yong'an City. Tomorrow, come with me to the southern wilderness. Song Yunxiang frowned slightly and replied. Sorry, Senior Huang. Tomorrow is the award banquet. Oh, right. Since you've awakened as was C's inheritor, it's only natural you'd be granted a title per the regulations. Got it. Then I'll prepare a congratulatory gift for you too. Song Yunxiang hurriedly waved it off, embarrassed. No need. That's not what I meant. Don't worry. I'll enter the city for the banquet as one of Shishui Kingdom's 4 guardian generals, following diplomatic protocols. It won't cause you any trouble. That's settled then. See you in person. With that, Huang Miaoying ended the Song Yunxiang immediately felt a headache coming on. This is already causing me a huge headache, okay? Just as he was feeling exasperated, a pleasant female voice suddenly came from behind. Young Master Song. It really is Young Master Song. It's me, Lin Jinghua. We got it. Old Master Song finally succeeded in winning over a Saint-tier lady. And as Song Yunxiang's award banquet approached, a grand spectacle of face-slapping was about to unfold. Just moments ago, inside the Yong'an Grand Hotel, Song Yunxiang scratched his head upon seeing Lin Jinghua, smiling awkwardly. Miss Jinghua. Haha. Miss Jinghua, you've changed your hairstyle. I almost didn't recognize you. Lin Jinghua explained shyly. Well, some fans thought my old hairstyle didn't look good, and suggested I switch to one that covers my forehead. Young Master Song, do you think this new hairstyle suits Jinghua? Song Yunxiang nodded. It's nice, quite unique. The atmosphere grew a bit awkward for a moment. Lin Jinghua spoke with a slightly resentful tone. Young Master Song must have been very busy lately, right? Song Yunxiang replied sheepishly. Yeah, I've been swamped since returning to Yong'an City, and haven't found time to meet up. I'm really sorry, Miss Jinghua. Hearing this, Lin Jinghua gave a helpless smile. Young Master Song is really brushing me off. Huh? Miss Jinghua, what did you just say? Oh, nothing. At that moment, Ma San and the others walked over. Miss Jinghua, if there's nothing else. Song Yunxiang said goodbye and was about to leave, when Lin Jinghua seemed to remember something, and suddenly called out, Wait, I heard the Song Manor is holding a banquet tomorrow. Is that your family's Song Manor, Young Master Song? Song Yunxiang looked puzzled upon hearing this. A banquet. Could he mean the award ceremony and the subsequent award banquet? Oh right, how did you know, Miss Jinghua? Lin Jinghua immediately replied. Here's the thing. Our troupe was commissioned by an elder from the city lord's mansion to perform songs and dances at tomorrow's banquet to liven things up. Just as she said this, Ma San stepped forward and asked, Young Master, who is this young lady? Song Yunxiang promptly introduced her. This is a friend I met on a passenger ship earlier, Miss Lin Jinghua. Oh, the famous contracted songstress of the Hong Chamber of Commerce, Miss Lin Jinghua. Pardon my rudeness. Lin Jinghua responded politely and kind. Glancing specifically at the maid Liani, she noticed the other party didn't seem to recognize her. He really looks so much like Xiaoyi. Could I have mistaken him for someone else? At that moment, Ma Sen leaned towards Song Yun Xiang's ear, whispering, "Young master, this song and dance performance was probably arranged specifically for you by that old man Kong Zhang." Song Yun Xiang laughed wryly upon hearing this. So that's how it is. That old guy sure knows how to make a fuss. Ma Sen picked up where they left off, looking at Lin Jinghua and saying, "What a coincidence. If there's no second song manor in Yong'an City, then it's definitely the right one. It's our young master Yun Xiang's place." Lin Jinghua was overjoyed and asked eagerly, "Will young master Song be attending the banquet?" Song Yun Xiang scratched his head sheepishly. "I should be, right? If young master Song will be at the banquet, Jinghua will join the troupe to perform there too. I hope young master Song won't mind. How could I? Being able to enjoy Miss Jinghua's song and dance at the banquet is a beautiful thing. Haha. I've long heard of Miss Jinghua's peerless talents. It'll surely add splendor to the banquet. Thank you for the praise, sir. Jinghua will prepare well. Then we'll take our leave first. Miss Jinghua, rest well too. See you tomorrow. See you tomorrow, young master Song." After their chat, Song Yun Xiang boarded the airship. Lin Jinghua gazed at the airship fading into the distance, murmuring, "The Song Manor of Yong'an City, Marquis Jiuan." Song Yun Xiang. At that moment, Lian inside the airship seemed to recall something. Staring blankly out the window at Lin Jinghua below, Song Yun Xiang asked curiously, "What's wrong? Are you very interested in Miss Jinghua?" Lian quickly replied, "I just feel like that Miss Jinghua seems to have a bit of a thing for you, young master." Ma San, hearing this, couldn't help but give a thumbs up. "Young master, you're awesome." Time soon turned to late night. The servants of the Song Manor were still busily preparing for the award ceremony. Inside a side hall of the reception room, Kong Zheng paced anxiously back and forth. Old Master Song leisurely sipped his tea. "Brother Kong Zheng, why the rush? Why not sit down and have some tea first?" Hearing this, Kong Zheng sighed. "Oh, brother, you don't understand. I have important news to report to young Master Yun Xiang." Old Master Song was somewhat speechless upon hearing this. He hadn't expected the proud and lofty Kong Zheng to be tamed by that kid Yun Xiang. But then again, that kid's depths are unfathomable now, so it's not surprising he has some tricks up his sleeve. At that moment, a powerful energy fluctuation approached with a whistling sound. The three sensed this energy, immediately startled. "This fluctuation? A Saint tier pressure? My lord, it must be that person returning." The three then stepped into the courtyard, and as the smoke cleared, it was indeed third great uncle Song who appeared. "Third uncle, you're back." After old Master Song's greeting, Kong Zheng was utterly dumbfounded. "Didn't that lady return with you?" Third great uncle Song chuckled darkly upon hearing this. He waved his hand proudly and said, "Waiter, hearing that tomorrow is that brat Yun Xiang's award banquet, she insisted on preparing a congratulatory gift for that little punk, so I came back on my own first." Old Master Song was stunned. "Waiter, it seems third uncle and senior Hu Yan's relationship has taken another step forward, hasn't it? Perhaps senior Hu Yan has also greatly benefited from that brat Yun Xiang's elixir, gained immense benefits." At that moment, third great uncle Song noticed Kong Zheng. "Who's this little chubby guy?" Before old Master Song could introduce him, Kong Zheng excitedly dropped to his knees with a thud, nearly cracking the sturdy floorboards. "Greetings, Saint Tier Senior. This humble one, Kong Zheng, currently serves under young Master Yun Xiang, following his orders." "Oh, so you're one of Yun Xiang's lackeys. This little guy sure knows how to play his cards. All right, you all chat. I'll head back to my courtyard to rest. This old man is utterly exhausted." With that, third great uncle Song walked toward the central courtyard. Watching his retreating figure, Kong Zheng's face was streaked with tears of excitement. Song Jinzhong's third uncle, the Song family Saint Tier. Indeed, he hasn't and his condition seems even better than imagined. Damn it, Kong Zheng, you're a freaking genius. This time, I've really hit the jackpot. At the same time, at one end of Yong'an City, Eunuch Lin didn't sleep after settling in. Instead, he sipped tea, while gazing at the scenery in the courtyard. Shortly after, a subordinate approached and reported, "My lord, we've traced that energy fluctuation from earlier. It came from the southwest district of Yong'an City, the direction of the Song Manor." Eunuch Lin nodded calmly upon hearing this. "The Song family, huh?" The subordinate asked hesitantly, could it really be as His Majesty predicted, that the Song family's Saint Tier hasn't fallen? Eunuch Lin smiled faintly. "That's fine. That Saint Tier was gravely injured in the great battle 20 years ago. Even if he's clinging to life, his realm has likely long since plummeted. He's probably no more than a shadow of his former self." The subordinate felt reassured hearing this. "On the surface, we only have one heavenly tier accompanying us, but in secret, there are 6 more, including myself. All heavenly tier experts. Among them are 2 peak heavenly tier imperial consecrators. Even if the Song family Saint Tier is still alive, I'm confident I can ensure your safe retreat, my lord." Eunuch Lin smiled and nodded. "But don't act rashly. First, gauge the Song family's stance." "Understood, my lord. No wonder you specifically chose those few from the 6 ministries to accompany us. Your brilliance is unmatched, my lord." At that moment, in the eastern courtyard of the Song Manor, Song Yun Xiang returned here via airship. As he entered the courtyard, he spotted Kong Zheng. "Young Master Yun Xiang, you're finally back." Song Yun Xiang saw him leaning against the wall and asked curiously, "Old Kong, what's wrong with your leg?" Kong Zheng replied sheepishly, "It's nothing, nothing. I just knelt a bit too hard earlier. Oh right, young master Yun Xiang. I have something to report to you. Hearing this, Yun Xiang instructed a maid to take Gongsun Zhan to his room. He planned to interrogate her personally later. Then he took Kong Jing and Song Mo to a secluded corner. What's the important matter? Tell me. Kong Jing nodded, and then began to explain. Tonight, the court's award delegation arrived. I infiltrated the welcoming ship from the city lord's mansion, risking my life to secretly photograph the officials accompanying this award delegation. The officials traveling with the delegation. Yun Xiang successfully obtained intelligence on the court's award delegation. He not only toyed with the crown princess, Gongsun Zhan, making her run in circles, but also managed to outmaneuver the Star Soul General, the inheritor of Ganjiang, the Night King. Just moments ago, Yun Xiang brought Kong Jing into the reception hall. Kong Jing then displayed the secretly captured footage of the accompanying officials. Young master, please take a look. These guys are from the 6 ministries. The short fatty in the front row, center, is Lord Bao, a mid-ranking official from the Bao family of Zhongzhou. The birth mother of the eldest prince, Consort Bao, hails from the Zhongzhou Bao family. This one with the triangular eyes and monkey-like face, Lord Ho, a chief officer from the Ministry of Rights, has no significant background. This dark-skinned, 8-faced, burly man surnamed Yang is an external official from the Ministry of Justice. I'm not too sure about this one. This one is Lord Shun, from a family of craftsmen in Tiandu City, the Shin family. This one who looks like a fake gentleman is from the Ruan family of Zhongzhou, a mid-ranking official from the Ministry of Works. Keep an eye on this guy. Su Yao, a mid-ranking official from the Ministry of War's Department of Military Affairs, a heavenly tier expert from the Hongwu family. It's said this guy has a deep grudge with the Song family. Rumor has it that back in the day, that Saint-tier lord of your house, carefree and dashing, once bullied his ancestors. Yun Xiang was instantly speechless, choking on his tea and coughing repeatedly. Are you okay, young master? I'm fine, keep going. Kong Jing thus continued. Actually, these old geezers from the 6 ministries aren't much to talk about. The main concern is over here. This squinting eunuch in the robes is Eunuch Sun from the inner court, one of the 3 agencies, a sword-wielding disciple under the palace gates. The inner court is mostly composed of eunuchs, an organization directly under His Majesty, serving His Majesty, who holds all military power. Now look at this one in the 100 flowers embroidered robe, likely an armed censor from the Imperial Censorate. The Imperial Censorate was originally a subordinate agency of the inner court, but later became independent. The Imperial Censorate oversees internal surveillance of civil and military officials, secretly gathering evidence and intelligence. With the authority to submit sealed memorials, their words can reach the heavenly court directly to impeach or accuse, and they can punish officials without going through procedures. In short, they're an extremely troublesome group. Whenever these guys show up, it's usually bad news. Yun Xiang took extra note after hearing this. In his previous life, as part of the mysterious armor division, he'd encountered people from the Imperial Censorate in Tiandu City, but had almost no direct dealings with them. Kong Jing continued his account. This woman is probably from the new Heavenly Inspectorate, one of the 3 agencies, a female official. I'm not clear on the new Heavenly Inspectorate, but whenever an inheritor is ennobled, a female official from the new Heavenly Inspectorate accompanies to announce the decree. Yun Xiang nodded. In his past life, he'd had little interaction with the new Heavenly Inspectorate, but from what he'd heard, it's an agency managing ancient civilization relics and records. Inheritors, primal envoys, and Star Soul generals all fall under the new Heavenly Inspectorate's purview. Kong Jing then pointed to a burly man with slight stubble in the back row, asking in confusion, this is Lord Liu from the Administrative Council. The Administrative Council assists His Majesty in overseeing all governmental affairs. Logically, an award ceremony like this shouldn't require the Administrative Council. Strange. The one on the left in the front row is from one of the 3 agencies. Lord Shangwan from the Military Armory Agency. From the Shangwan family, one of the 4 great families of Tiandu. Hearing the name, Shangwan family, Yun Xiang recalled Senior Shangwan's appearance, relative of hers, but he doesn't quite look like it. Kong Jing finally introduced the masked Lord Ling. I didn't get a clear shot of this sneaky guy, but I guess he's an official from the Secret Inspectorate. Unlike the Imperial Censorate, the Secret Inspectorate focuses on external intelligence gathering and arrests, and also gets involved in major local cases. This one is the head of this award delegation, Eunuch Lin, one of the 4 Grand Eunuchs. The 4 Grand Eunuchs are His Majesty's most trusted right-hand men. Eunuch Lin oversees military power. Eunuch Gu manages military crafting. Eunuch Ku handles the various intelligence agencies. And Eunuch Pei takes care of the inner palace for His Majesty. Logically, ennobling an inheritor like this shouldn't warrant someone of the 4 Grand Eunuchs level showing up in person. Yun Xiang naturally knew the underlying reason, though he couldn't confirm whether Eunuch Lin was friend or foe. At that moment, Qing Dai knocked and entered, approaching Yun Xiang's side, bowing slightly and saying, Steward Song Mu said the award platform is nearly complete. The Marquis asks if you'd like to go inspect it. At the same time, in the plaza before the Song Manor's main gate, Song Yunrui looked curiously at the award platform, asking, what's this for? Why are they building a martial arts matchmaking stage in front of the Song Manor? Western Courtyard Steward Song Shui explained, Young Master, this is the award platform being set up Tomorrow is young Master Yun Xiang's award ceremony, and the court's award delegation will come to the Song Manor to proclaim the decree, followed by the award banquet. Upon hearing this, Song Yunrui instantly recalled Song Yun Xiang's smug face. What damn luck. Last year, he was just a good-for-nothing who only, and now he's suddenly become the inheritor of the Star Soul, General Zhuixi. Damn it. I've worked so hard. Why not me? Seeing his low spirits, Song Shui wanted to comfort him, but Song Yunrui shook his head. It's fine. Let's go back to the western courtyard. At that moment, in the reception hall, after hearing Qingdai's words, Song Yunxiang waved his hand dismissively. No need. Let Grandpa and the others handle it. Qingdai nodded, replied. Kong Zheng then continued. By the way, young master, as per your instructions, I've brought the various factions of Yong'an City under control. Tomorrow, I'll bring the heads of each family to offer congratulations. Young master, I took the liberty of inviting a troupe to perform at the award banquet afterward, and I've already coordinated with Mr. Song Mu. Song Yunxiang nodded. Well done, old Kong. This is your reward. A heavenly spirit pill. It can help you break through a minor realm. Work hard, and I won't treat you poorly. Kong Zheng was overwhelmed with excitement, hurriedly dropping to his knees with a thud. Thank you, young master, for your reward. I'll work even harder and achieve greater glory. Song Yunxiang waved his hand. All right, if there's nothing else, head back. Kong Zheng responded affirmatively and walked toward the door. After he left, Song Yunxiang gazed at the night sky, lost in thought. The award banquet, the delegation, the rise and fall of great families. None of this happened in my previous life. One by one, these events are emerging, the threads of history shifting, due to my interference, causing greater and greater changes. The southern wilderness ambush coming in a few dozen days. What will happen then? At that moment, inside the city lord's mansion in Yong'an City, Kong Xinshin's loud protests echoed outside. What kind of nonsense errand is this? I couldn't care less about it. Kong Fan, seeing her tantrum, immediately flared up. Enough. Stop throwing a fit. So what if the engagement with the Song family was cancelled? You need to act like the city lord's daughter. Don't embarrass the Kong family at this event. Kong Xinshin, I'm warning you. The court delegation coming this time includes people even I have to look up to. Behave yourself. After saying this, Kong Fan stormed out, slamming the door in anger. Kong Xinshin vented her frustration by hurling a pillow. Face. All you care about is face. Damn that Song Yunxiang. That lousy Song Yunxiang. How dare he force my brother Xiao to break off the engagement? Go to hell. I don't even know how brother Xiao is doing. I haven't been able to contact him, but I believe brother Xiao works so hard. He'll definitely rise above, surpassing that scumbag Song Yunxiang. At that moment, inside Song Yunxiang's room, the unconscious Gongsun Zhanzhan slowly opened her eyes, coming to her senses. She immediately asked warily, Where am I? Song Yunxiang chuckled and explained, Miss, don't you remember being chased by bad guys? I Xianxia stepped in to help, then you fainted. And I brought you back, worried for your safety. Gongsun Zhanzhan thought hard. Oh, right, I remember now. Thank you, sir, for saving me. Song Yunxiang smiled and shook his head. No need to thank me. As a child of the martial world, it's only right to draw my blade when I see injustice. Gongsun Zhanzhan thanked him repeatedly. By the way, where is this? Song Yunxiang replied. This is the Song family's mansion in Yong'an City. I don't know if you've heard of the Song family. Hearing this, Gongsun Zhanzhan immediately panicked. What? The Song family? Could it be the one that controls the Great Wall of the Southern Wilderness? The Iron Wall Army and the Crimson Ridge Army? That Song family? Song Yunxiang nodded. Exactly. It's that Song family, miss. You even know about the Iron Wall Army and the Crimson Ridge Army. That's not something ordinary people would pay attention to. This woman likely has some connection to the Mi Luan military. Gongsun Zhanzhan asked warily. Wait a moment. Then why are you at the Song family? Could it be? Song Yunxiang waved his hand. Miss, no need to panic. Calm down. Please let me explain. Actually, my surface identity is the leader of the White Dragon Gang in Yong'an City, but my true identity is that of a secret agent. As for why I'm at the Song family, miss, please wait a moment. I'll clear up your confusion right now. With that, Song Yunxiang opened the door and stepped out. Gongsun Zhanzhan watched the doorway with half belief, half doubt. Moments later, Song Yunxiang returned, stepping back inside. This is my current disguise identity. Song Yunxiang, the spoiled young master of the Song family. I'm posing as this Song Yunxiang to infiltrate the Song family and gather evidence. Gongsun Zhanzhan's eyes widened, staring at the scene in disbelief. Song Yunxiang continued explaining on his own. Based on the clues I've uncovered so far, I suspect the Song family is secretly colluding with Mi Luan, and there's likely some unspeakable secret involved. What? The Song family? Could it really be them? With the military affairs division. I slipped up. Wait, why are you telling me all this? What's your agenda? The military affairs division. It seems this little lady probably isn't from Elder Ji's faction. After quickly analyzing the situation, Song Yunxiang began to bluff. Based on my years of experience as a secret agent, miss, you possess exceptional acting skills and counter-surveillance awareness. If my guess is correct, you're likely a secret agent, sent by Earl Shishui of the Shishui Kingdom, right? Since there's no conflict of interest between us, how about we team up? Gongsun Zhanzhan was speechless upon hearing this. This little fool actually mistook me for a Shishui Earl's agent and wants to work with me. Heh. Then don't blame this princess for playing along to extract the intel you've got. Heh. You saw through me, huh? You're right. You guessed it. Indeed. I am a secret agent from the Shishui Kingdom. Yun Xiang grinned inwardly. Idiot. She actually bought it that easily. To show my sincerity, I'll share a piece of confidential intel with you first. Alright, go ahead. Let this, me hear how valuable it is. Yun Xiang nodded. Speaking seriously, according to my investigation, the Song family is secretly colluding with a general from Miluan. Which general? General Yi Wang, the guerrilla general of Miluan's Taiha mercenary corps. What did you say? Yi Wang. That's impossible. Yun Xiang smirked slightly, explaining. The Song family has secretly conducted financial dealings with General Yi Wang's mercenary corps through the Baimu Chamber of Commerce. The Taiha mercenaries use a strategy of feigning banditry to maintain their power, stationed at Miluan's border. In reality, their battles with the Tiandu army are all for show. Here it comes. Yun Xiang's ennoblement ceremony is finally about to begin. As factions with hidden agendas take the stage one by one, an epic face-slapping drama is about to unfold. The scene shifts back to the night before the award banquet. Nearly every faction in Yong'an City sprang into action. Inside the bedroom of the main building in the Song Manor's eastern courtyard, Yun Xiang fabricated a story about Yi Wang colluding with the Song family, completely fooling the naive Gongsun Zhanzhan. Good grief. Miluan kindly took them in, sending them to guard the border defenses. But who'd have thought they'd strike a deal with the Tiandu kingdom? So that's how it is. No wonder my brother once said, whenever we called them into battle, they never seemed too enthusiastic. So, Mr. Sun, do you have evidence of Yi Wang's transactions with the Song family? Yun Xiang immediately corrected her address upon hearing this. It's not easy for me to infiltrate the Song family alone. For safety's sake, miss, you'd better address me as Yun Xiang. As for evidence, since I was on my own before, it's been hard to obtain. But if you're willing to work with me, then when the time comes, at that time, I'll find a way to distract the Song family head, and you can sneak into his room to search. What a naive little sweetie. Gongsun Zhanzhan immediately agreed upon hearing this. All right, I can help you. By the way, I still don't know how to address you, miss. Gongsun Zhanzhan's quick mind spun, crafting a brilliant name. My surname is Sun, and my name is Zhanzhan, Zhan, Sun Zhan. Yun Xiang chuckled upon hearing the name. The Sun from Gongsun, and the Zhan from Zhanzhan. Gongsun Zhanzhan nervously denied it. No, it's the Sun from a house full of descendants, and the Zhan from soaring wings. Yun Xiang was somewhat exasperated. Isn't that still the same Sun? Forget it, that's not important. Since Miss Sun is now my ally, for convenience's sake, I'll arrange a made identity for you in the Song Manor's eastern courtyard. What do you think? Gongsun Zhanzhan pondered for a moment. Right now, Xiang, Qing, and the others got separated, and all my money and papers are with them. Plus, I need to avoid the eyes of the military affairs division. Posing as a maid for young Master Song could work, but I'd like to ask, where do the maids here live? Is there a place to bathe? And for meals, what it at? Yun Xiang waved his hand, laughing heartily. Miss Sun, rest assured, bathing is definitely not a problem. The food and lodging conditions are quite decent. I'll have someone take you to the dorms to check it out later. Just as he finished speaking, Yun Xiang suddenly sensed something off. It seems someone triggered the trap I set. No big deal. Stay here for now. I'll go check it out. Later, I'll have the head maid take you to the dorms. With that, Yun Xiang stepped outside, leaping onto the rooftop in one bound. Following the intruder's lingering aura, he chased after it, all the way to the outer wall of the Song Manor's southern courtyard, where the aura completely vanished. Masan and Xiaobeja, sensing something amiss, teleported to his side. What's wrong, young master? Yun Xiang gazed into the distance, calmly replying, nothing, just a rat trying to sneak in earlier, but it seems they sensed detection array, and backed off. Looks like a pro. Should we send out the shadow guards to search? Yun Xiang waved his hand, indicating, no need to bother. We can't be sure if they meant harm. After all, tomorrow's guests are all big shots from the court. Some undercurrents are inevitable. Besides, they've already been tagged by my array mark. Whether they're a cat or a rat, we'll know once we meet. At the same time, a figure in a black robe fled from the southern courtyard of the Song Manor, zigzagging through the streets, stopping only in an alley after confirming no pursuers. The black-robed figure removed their cloak, revealing their true identity. Shockingly, it was Lord Tai from the secret inspectorate of the court's award delegation. After spotting Kong Zheng taking secret photos, he had followed him all the way to the Song Manor. He hadn't expected such a sophisticated detection array to be secretly set up here. Luckily, I'm skilled in tracking and stealth, and familiar with detection arrays, so I withdrew in time. Otherwise, if I'd carelessly entered the inner courtyard just now, I'd probably have been caught red-handed by the Song Manor. No wonder, beneath this Yun Xiang, there are so many heavenly tier experts. It seems those lords have underestimated the Song family. Lord Tai muttered to himself, before slipping into the bustling crowd. At that moment, inside the Yong'an City official guest house, 4 officials from the 6 ministries gathered in a suite, discussing their plans against the Song family. Lord Bao spoke first. Lord Su, rest assured, these backwater bumpkins, what do they know? Tomorrow, my Ministry of Revenue will surely. These backwater bumpkins, what do they even understand? Tomorrow my Ministry of Revenue will surely knock that old fool Song Jinzhong down a peg. Just as he finished, Lord Wan from the Ministry of Works stepped forward. Brother Su, rest assured, my Ministry of Works has plenty of dirt on that Song family grandfather and grandson. Lord Yang from the Ministry of Justice cupped his hands. Tomorrow, my Ministry of Justice will follow Lord Chu's lead as well. Tomorrow, my Ministry of Justice will take Lord Chu as the leader. Seeing everyone siding with him, Lord Su chuckled, clasping his hands toward them. Then I thank you all. At that moment, in a courtyard on the other side of the guest house, Lord Lang from the Imperial Censorate wasn't resting either. After changing out of his official robes, he went to the courtyard and practiced for a bit. His tang blade moved fluidly, each swing accompanied by a whistling sound. The flashing blade gleamed under the moonlight, even more dazzling, sheathing and slashing in one smooth motion. Lord Lung finished his practice, but didn't return to his room, instead gazing at the night sky, lost in thought. In another suite of the guest house, Lord Shangwan from the Military Armory Agency was speaking with the second prince. The second prince instructed him, tomorrow, present a congratulatory gift to Song Yun Xiang on my behalf. Lord Shangwan asked, Your Highness, with everyone watching tomorrow, if I present it on your Highness's behalf, don't you think it might be a bit inappropriate? The second prince thought it over, finding it reasonable. Fair point. Then forget it. That kid's already scammed me out of so much money. He probably won't care about a gift. I have a less flashy plan though, that can subtly hint to outsiders about Song Yunxiang's connection to your Highness. After the award ceremony ends, I'll use my position in the Military Armory Agency to inspect the Iron Wall Army's armory reserves. Then I'll find an excuse to replace some of their old soul general gear or something. The Song family and others will naturally understand this is a favor from your Highness. The second prince nodded after hearing this. All right, handle it as you see fit, but it must adhere to principles and protocol without breaking the system. Yes, your humble servant obeys. The scene shifts to another side. The second-tier Shin family of Yong'an City. All clan members were summoned to the main hall, including Song, Yun Xiang, and the girl Xiao Tao, whom he once helped, and her parents. Clan leader Shun Huaxia led the family in bowing. Greetings, my lord. Hearing this, Lord Shun, seated at the head, waved his hand. No need for formalities. This old man and this branch of the Shin family in Yong'an City are quite close. Clan leader, don't stand on ceremony. Just call me uncle. Right? Cousin Shinhe. Cousin, come sit with me up here. Shinhe respectfully cupped his hands. My lord, you're in official garb. How dare a commoner like me be so presumptuous? Lord Shin chuckled, indicating it's fine. We're all family here. Behind closed doors, it's all family business. Besides, among the many Shin family branches, your branch has the highest, contributing the most wealth each year. Truly hardworking and meritorious. Shinhe quickly responded upon hearing this. No, it's all within our duties. We only wish for the Shun family to prosper, its glory enduring forever. Lord Shin nodded, then turned to the other clan members. Sorry for dragging you all out in the middle of the night. Clan leader, stay behind. Everyone else can go back and rest. At that moment, in the red light district of Yong'an City's western street, a casually dressed lord, chief officer of the ministry arrived here. He pressed down his hat brim, seemingly afraid of being recognized. After confirming no one was following, he walked alone toward an alley. The maid dormitory in the Song Manor's eastern courtyard. Qingdai brought Gongsun Zhanzhan into the room. Upon seeing the furnishings inside, Gongsun Zhanzhan was overjoyed. Do all your maids get private rooms? At that moment, at the Yong'an branch office of Hong Clan Shipping, Lin Jing Hua was still rehearsing the pieces to be performed tomorrow. This time, he prepared a song called Soul Descent. This song is also the theme song of the Star Armor Soul General Chronicles. If anyone's interested, you can search and listen to it. While rehearsing, Zhang Degui, the second young master of the Zhongzhou Zhang family, hurriedly arrived with his guards. His purpose for coming this time was naturally for tomorrow's award banquet. Zhang Degui rushed along, while dialing Song Bo, the second son of the Song family. Boss Song, why didn't you tell me earlier? I really didn't expect this. You and that Yuan Dingsheng are actually colleagues. Song Bo said something unknown. Zhang Degui replied confidently. Of course, young Master Song and I once fought side by side, slaughtering beast hordes together, true brothers in arms. Tomorrow, I'll definitely prepare a grand gift. Alright, Boss Song, let's talk later. I'm heading now to prepare young Master Song's gift. Hanging up now. Hello. Is the captain of ship number 802 here? Zhang Degui pushed open the door and froze upon seeing the people inside. He hadn't expected, from the Xiaoyu kingdom, Nyla and Fij of the Samelin family to be here too. Fij nodded upon recognizing. Zhang Dagui's fifth uncle also nodded back. After all, they had sharing a sense of mutual respect. You're here too? Perfect, Captain. I want to buy this Mao Ernyang demon slave. Name your price. Hearing Zhang Dagui's words, Nyla chuckled darkly, pulling out the sale documents from Mao Ernyang Xiaoming. Sorry. This demon slave has already been bought by us. The captain nodded in confirmation. Speaking of which, it's kind of pitiful. 3 whole years, and still no one's given the captain a name. So we can only call him Captain for now. The captain spoke up. That's right. They just bought Xiaoming for triple the price. We've already completed the handover. What? Damn it. I'm too late again. Zhang Dagui's face fell, somewhat exasperated, watching helplessly as the two left with Xiaoming. Unwilling to give up, he called out to them. Wait a moment. This young master is willing to pay 5 times the price. Name your figure. Please transfer this demon slave to me. Nyla rejected him without a second thought. Haha, I guess. You're also here for tomorrow's award ceremony at the Song Manor. Sorry, I refuse. Goodbye. Could it be you're also planning to? Damn it, I clearly saw this big shot first. Feej didn't quite understand. Miss Nyla, though that powerhouse did save us on the ship. As the eldest daughter of the Samelin family, do you really need to go this far to prepare a gift? Nyla shook her head upon hearing this, glancing at him. Little Faye, you don't get it. That young master's strength might far exceed the limits of our imagination. Having been rejected, Zhang Dague rushed to the captain in a frenzy. Hey, captain, do you have any other demon slaves? I'll buy. The captain, sweating profusely, replied. Sorry, young master Zhang, there really aren't any left. Damn it. What about those dancers from the troop? Hearing this, the captain was dumbfounded. No, the troop staff are all free people protected by Tiandu law. Then there's no other way. Farewell, fifth uncle. Contact the spiritual herb and material suppliers in Yong'an City. Fine, Zhang Dague's guard replied. I've asked around. They all said they're out of stock. It seems the major families in Yong'an City have been bulk buying these past few days. I heard Boss Song Bo has a concubine whose family deals in medicinal herbs. Maybe. Zhang Dague pulled a wry face upon hearing this, then immediately dialed Song Bo's number. Boss Song. Sorry. I was just bragging earlier. Yes, please help me out. Actually, I've only met young Master Song once. Tomorrow, please give me a proper introduction. Speaking of which, I heard your wife, at the same time. In a corner of Yong'an City's northwest, Zhula and Chiga, having finished their meeting, returned to their residence. Chiga glanced at the messages on his communication device, saying, just got orders from the team leader. We're to scout tomorrow's Song Manor banquet and gather relevant intel. Zhula got excited upon hearing this. Scout? A banquet? Doesn't that mean lots of good food? Chiga looked at him, exasperated. The leader only told us to scout nearby. Zhula chuckled darkly. No big deal. As long as we disguise ourselves, who would suspect? Two quiet, gentle-looking girls are ruthless earth-tier powerhouses, and we'd need to sneak and eat. No. To gather intel better, right? Tiandu's beds are so soft. The food's good. The sleep's good. I don't know what the real Nanine plan is even about. If only we could keep eating and sleeping like this forever. At that moment, inside the Song Manor's maid room, Gong Sun Janjan changed into a maid outfit, blending in seamlessly. This maid outfit is actually pretty nice. The food's delicious too. This is good. That's good. The dorm even has a private bathroom, and I can take a bath. After days of roughing it, this princess was starting to stink. The bed's not big, but compared to staying in a poor slum temple sleeping on the floor, it's a million times better. Being a maid here doesn't seem so bad after all. At that moment, in a corner of the Song Manor's eastern courtyard, three foodies gathered, secretly plotting a grand scheme. Song Yunhua whispered first, listen up. After tomorrow's award ceremony, I hear there's an award banquet, with lots of tasty stuff to eat. They say the dishes at the VIP table include rare delicacies we don't usually see. So tomorrow, we'll go to the outer courtyard kitchen like this, and then like that. Zissou, hearing the plan, nodded excitedly. Great. I'll handle the big dairy cow. Save me a portion, you guys. At that moment, in the Gu family courtyard, Dean Gu handed an iron box to Lord Chao, the new heavenly inspectorate. This is something the Gu family promised to the inspector general earlier. Lord Chao looked at the iron box and smiled faintly. Good. Dean Gu, you've put in a lot of effort. The inspector general will surely be pleased. With that, he glanced out the window and recited a poem with interest. Winds and clouds dread Yong'an City. Midnight schemes dawn the dawn. Dark iron and ancient heroes hide old tales. A lone army's valor hard to recount. Haha, good poem. What do you two think of this officer's poem? Dean Gu nodded, flattering him. Lord Chao's literary talent is remarkable. 3 lines don't make a poem, yet it lingers long, with profound imagery. Truly awe-inspiring. Gu family head Guing chimed in. Though this old hag is a coarse martial artist, ignorant of elegance, I can still tell this poem is cleverly crafted, with hidden depth. In the blink of an eye, it was the next morning. The award platform at the Song Manor's main gate was bustling with people, lively and vibrant. As the star of the show, Song Yun Xiang followed Old Master Song to greet guests at the entrance. Song Yunqi and a few others sat bored at the dining table, waiting for the ceremony to begin. Song Yunjing glanced at Song Yunrui, teasing. Oh, didn't you say you were going to school? Song Yunrui replied awkwardly. When did I say that? Song Yunqi mercilessly exposed him. What else could it be? It's gotta be because he heard Kong Xingxing would be here today. So Song Yunrui felt a bit guilty. Don't talk nonsense. Just as he finished speaking, a Song Manor servant's loud announcement rang out. City Lord. Kong family VIP gift. 1 million. A pair of rare treasures. At that moment, Kong Fan approached Old Master Song, cupping his hands. Congratulations, Marquis. Congratulations to your nephew. After today, we'll have to call him Baron Nephew. Old Master Song chuckled. Mutual joy. Where's Old Master Kong? Kong Fan replied. My father said he had other matters. He didn't come with us. Alright, then please take your seats at the VIP section first. Kong Xingxing followed behind her father, her face full of indignation. What's so great about this stinking spoiled brat? Acting all high and mighty, ignoring this lady. It's just some lousy title, big deal. My brother Yun Xiang Just as she thought this, Song Yunrui eagerly approached with a fawning smile. Miss Xinxin, you're here. Kong Xinxin quickly regained her goddess-like composure, responding, oh, it's classmate Yunrui. Morning. Song Yunrui wanted to say more, but Song Yunjing and Song Yunqi, fed up with his simping, forcibly dragged him away. Kong Xinxin followed her father Kong Fan to their seats, looking around, noticing no particularly notable guests had arrived. Just Song Yunxiang, nothing special after all. As she secretly mocked Song Yunxiang, the Song Manor servant's voice rang out again. Kongjin of the Kong family, with the heads of the Qin, Lu, Tao, and Chu families, gifts, 51 rare treasures, 10 fragrances, spiritual herbs and materials, 10 fragrances. Kong Xinxin was dumbfounded upon hearing this, sweating profusely as she processed it, spilling right then and there. What? Song Yunxiang's award ceremony finally began. What no one expected was the 5 top-tier family heads of Yong'an City, right in front of everyone, knelt directly before Song Yunxiang. Just moments ago, the Song Manor was packed with guests, bustling with excitement. Kong Xinxin stood there like a fool, stunned, staring in disbelief at her grandfather, who, trembling, led Yong'an Cities for major family heads to Old Master Song's presence. Congratulations, Marquis. Old Master Song chuckled. You're too kind, too kind. Come, please take your seats. Kong Zheng waved his hand. Marquis, one moment. Please allow us to first pay respects to young Master Yun Xiang. With that, he led the group towards Song Yunxiang's position. Then, in front of everyone, he dropped to one knee. Your subordinate Kong Zheng pays respects to young Master Yun Xiang, congratulating young Master Yun Xiang on receiving his title, wishing young Master Yun Xiang boundless success and a limitless rise. The others knelt too, congratulating in unison. This action caused an uproar among the crowd. Song Yun Xiang smiled faintly. Old Kong, family heads, please rise, please rise. The guests present were all astonished. Kong Xinxin's eyes widened even more. Song Yunqi and the other two likewise showed expressions of disbelief. For a moment, whispers filled the air. Didn't they say Yong'an City's top 4 families and the outsider Song family always kept to themselves? What's going on here? How should I know? I heard these family heads are all Earth-tier powerhouses. How could they kneel to that spoiled Song kid? Could it be because that Song kid got a title? No way, right? Hard to say. He's an inheritor awakened after all. A future saint tier. Limitless potential. Kong Xinxin. Wei Luzihan, that's your family's head grandfather, right? Why is he kneeling to that useless Song Yunxiang? Lu Zihan also found it unbelievable. I don't know either. Xingxing, isn't your grandpa kneeling at the front? Lu Zihao nearby was still dazed, not reacting. Those are the heads of our top-tier families, right? How could? Wei Chihayachin, do you know what's going on? Kong Xinxin continued questioning the descendants of other families. Chu Haochin furrowed his brows, shaking his head in confusion. I don't know. Our Chu family head is over there too. At that moment, Chun Shijuan, a Chun family descendant, spoke. I think I might know a little. I guess the family heads are probably doing this out of respect for Miss Kong Xingxing's grandfather, Old Master Kong. Old Master Kong broke through to heavenly tier. You all should know that, right? I heard that after his breakthrough, he gathered our 4 family heads for a meal at Yong'an Grand Restaurant. So what that means is, our 4 family heads are being so polite to the Song family, out of respect for Old Master Kong. Kong Xingxing's eyes flashed with realization upon hearing this, but it was quickly replaced by doubt. Are you all idiots? How could that be? Didn't they all kneel? Didn't you see? Didn't the Song family have a heavenly tier before? Why didn't they kneel then? No wonder these family descendants are all minor figures. Truly trash. They must have made some shady deal. Or the Song family used their influence to coerce them, or bullied Grandpa and the other family heads. Yes, that must be it. Song Yunxiang, so this is your trump card for today, these family heads? That's all you've got. 5138. 01:59. Ningwai, 233. 01:59:58. 033. Just as Kong Xinxin thought this. Right, the Song family servant's voice echoed in her ears again. Hong Clan Chamber of Commerce VIP arrives. Hong Clan Chamber of Commerce. Miss Hong Yuxiao, General Manager of the Lantau region, presents a gift of surprise. Rare treasures, spiritual herbs, materials, 10 bags. Hearing this, the crowd erupted in gasps once more. The guests exchanged looks, unsure what charm the Song family possessed. The Hong Clan Chamber of Commerce. Is that the esteemed Miss Hong? Unbelievable. Her status far surpasses that of mere border city family heads. 10 full bags. That's a storage pouch. Truly worthy of the Hong family. The Song family actually has ties with the Hong Clan Chamber of Commerce. The Song family isn't as simple as it seems. Amid the crowd's shocked gazes, Hong Yuxiao entered with her entourage, calmly stepping into the banquet hall. She approached Song Yunxiang and gave a slight bow. Young Master Song, congratulations. Song Yunxiang stepped forward to greet her. For a beauty like Miss Hong to grace us with her presence, the Song family is truly honored. Hong Yuxiao smiled faintly. This humble lady heard that Tiandu's nobles favor the number 7. So I took the liberty of setting a 7-unit congratulatory gift. I hope young Master Song doesn't mind. Song Yunxiang chuckled. As they say, 7 up, 8 down. But compared to 7, I actually think 9 is better. What do you say, young Master Song? 9 returning to 1. Doesn't that imply starting over? Song Yunxiang continued with a smile. Because 9 billion is 2 billion more than 7 billion, and I'm a bit short on cash right now. Hong Yuxiao was taken aback by his response. Hee, I see. Young master's perspective is indeed extraordinary. At that moment, old master Song approached from the side. Yun Xiang, won't you introduce this old man to this lovely young lady? Song Yun Xiang promptly began mutual introductions. Hong Yuxiao politely bowed to old master Song. Hong Yuxiao of the Hong Clan Chamber of Commerce pays respects to Marquis Jiuan. Old master Song's eyes revealed a hint of approval. No need to be so formal. I have some acquaintance with your grandfather, Brother Keiji. Just call me Grandpa Song. Watching their cheerful conversation, Kong Xinxin, not far away, seethed with resentment. So that's how it is. Song Yun Xiang, you're quite something. No wonder you actively called off the engagement. Turns out you found a higher branch to climb. Miss Lung Xinxin, your ex-fiancée. Hearing someone nearby speak, Kong Xinxin clenched her fists, turned, and stormed off in anger. We broke off the engagement long ago. Whatever this trash does, has nothing to do with me. Kong Xinxin suppressed the fury in her heart, returning to her seat. Kong Fan saw her like this and couldn't help but shake his head. Sit down, stop embarrassing yourself. I've heard this Hong family woman has great business talent. Her influence in Nanzhou far exceeds mine as a mere city lord. At that moment, Song Yunjin, the eldest Song's sister, entered the banquet hall. She asked, father and second uncle, fourth uncle, little aunt, where are they? Song Yunchi replied, father said he can't take the lead. He'll come for the feast at noon. Second uncle and fourth uncle, they've gone to greet their respective friends. Song Yunjing looked puzzled. Their respective friends. Even fourth uncle, that shut-in fatty, has friends. Song Yunchi explained. Seems like people from some publishing house. Fourth uncle these years. Hasn't he been working on some comic book project? We'll talk about this later, sis. Look over there, that one. It's Miss Hong from the Hong Clan Chamber of Commerce. Song Yunjing followed Song Yunchi's gaze. Seeing Hong Yuxiao, elegant, fair-skinned, and beautiful. Aren't you always stressing about the Crimson Ridge Army's funding issues? If you had such a wealthy backer as my sister-in-law, your little sister-in-law, think how wonderful that'd be. Song Yunjin smiled lightly at this. A glint of shrewdness in her eyes. That makes sense. I approve of this sister-in-law. Come on. Let's go say hi to my future financial backer sister-in-law. Your funding little sister-in-law. Song Yunxiao watched the two excitedly walk off, somewhat speechless, making a fuss. Is this sibling pair nuts? He glanced at Song Yunrui beside him, drooling over Kong Xinxin, silently adding in his mind. But the nuttiest one is this guy from our family. Kong Fan gazed at Song Yunxiang from afar, filled with emotion. Today is not like the past. With the Song family hitching onto the Hong Clan Chamber of Commerce's big ship, their future will be limitless. Sigh, my vision and are far inferior to father's. Kong Xinxin watched coldly from her heart brimming with reluctance. The Hong Clan Chamber of Commerce may be wealthy, but when it comes down to it, they're just merchants, nothing more. And this Miss Hong is merely a Lanzhou overseer. There are countless Hong family members like her. Song Yunxiang. So this is your greatest reliance. A mere merchant, no matter how rich. So what? If it were my brother Xiuanxia's title, our family could return to the Zhongzhou Kong clan. With those high-ranking court officials of the Kong family backing us, Brother Xiuanxia would surely rise swiftly, climbing step by step. As Kong Xinxin pondered this, the Song family servant's voice rang out again. Lanzhou Gu family VIP arrives. Lanzhou Gu family gifts 31. Dean of Lanzhou Street Dance Academy gifts 100,000. Mr. Su from Shiwu Academy gifts 5,000 gold. Instructor Cheng from Jiwu Academy gifts 250 pounds. Kong Xinxin sneered inwardly at the string of gift announcements. The Gu family dean. Song Yunxiang. Really no one of significance left to invite. Even dragging in instructors from Jiwu Academy to prop you up. What weight do these people even carry compared to the high officials of our Zhongzhou Kong main branch? They're nothing but ants. At that moment, the court's ceremonial bell tolled above the crowd. Looking up, they saw an ornate airship adorned with dragon patterns, slowly descending. Shortly after, the airship landed in the plaza before the Song Manor, causing a slight commotion. Then the ramp lowered, and an official in court robes, with a stern expression, stepped down. Court delegation arrives. All unrelated persons step aside. Old Master Song hurriedly stepped forward to greet. Song Jinzhong of Jiuan Marquis House Song family leads the Song family descendants to respectfully welcome the envoy. Eunuch Lin, holding the imperial edict, smiled faintly. Marquis Song, long time no see. Old Master Song respectfully cupped his hands. This Song Jinzhong pays respects to Grand Eunuch. Seeing this, Eunuch Lin flashed a satisfied smile. Oh my, Marquis Song, don't overwhelm this old eunuch. Bearing the edict, I can't assist you. Marquis Song, please rise quickly. This young man, handsome and refined, with an extraordinary air, must be Song Yun Xiang, young Master Song, right? Eunuch Lin's gaze shifted to Song Yun Xiang, his eyes carrying a touch of approval. Old Master Song replied, the Grand Eunuch. Indeed, this is my grand... Song Yun Xiang stepped forward, confidently bowing to Eunuch Lin. Eunuch Lin nodded lightly, his smile growing warmer. Rise quickly, young Master Song, a fine figure, a dragon among men, truly exceptional. Song Yun Xiang raised his head, his eyes gleaming with resolve. I dare not accept. Grand Eunuch flatters. To think the Song family, with Saint-tier powerhouses, still has to kneel to an old eunuch. How could the hot-tempered third grandpa Song stand this? He stepped forward, interrupting the award ceremony. Just moments ago, after hearing Eunuch Lin's praise, Song Yun Xiang humbly replied, I dare not accept. Grand Eunuch overpraises me. Eunuch Lin's eyes showed a trace of approval. Not bad. Young Master Song is indeed exceptional for the award platform. The incense table is prepared, right? Old Master Song nodded. All prepared. This way, please. Eunuch Lin headed toward the award platform upon hearing this. Seeing this, Kong Fan quickly pulled Kong Xinshin up. Stand properly. Kong Xinshin reluctantly replied. Got it. Really? She glanced around, noticing the officials in the award entourage, wearing red robes. Father, as a city lord, you can only wear a green robe, right? How could they possibly award a mere Song Yun Xiang? Why are so many red-robed high officials here? At the same time, in the temporary cooking area of the Song family kitchen courtyard, dozens of chefs were busily preparing various delicious dishes. Gongsun Zhanzhan approached the head chef. Hello, I'm a new maid from the eastern courtyard. Sister Qingdai sent me here to help temporarily. The head chef, upon hearing this, pointed to a room nearby. Then go to the first cold dish room and help me count. Start loading the prepared cold dishes onto the carts. Gongsun Zhanzhan nodded and agreed, then stepped into the cold dish room. The sight inside the room left her in awe. Hundreds of colorful dishes, neatly arranged, looking quite spectacular. At that moment, a hushed sound came from the corner. Someone's coming. Gongsun Zhanzhan curiously followed the sound, only to see 3 foodies, happily squatting on the floor, gorging themselves. What are you guys doing? Hearing Gongsun Zhanzhan's voice, Zissou froze for a moment, panicking and quickly asking who she was. Gongsun Zhanzhan smiled and introduced herself. I'm a new maid from the eastern courtyard. Sister Qingdai sent me here to help. Do you all need any assistance? The 3 let out a sigh of relief upon hearing this. You scared me. So you're the new one. What are you doing? These dishes are for the banquet, right? Is it okay for you to eat them like this? Hearing Gongsun Zhanzhan's words, the 3 didn't answer immediately, instead whispering among themselves quietly. This one doesn't seem too bright. Let me try fooling her. Good. Show us what you've got. Miss Yunhua. Song Yunhua's eyes darted, a sly smile curling at her lips. Since you're new, you probably don't recognize this lady. I'm Miss Song Yunhua from the western courtyard. We're here on orders to inspect the quality of the VIP table dishes. Since you're here, come help us inspect them. Little Zissa picked up a piece for her. I don't think that's appropriate. By the way, the head chef outside just told me. Gongsun Zhanzhan. When Zissou, quick as a flash, grabbed a pastry and stuffed it straight into her mouth. In an instant, Gongsun Zhanzhan felt an aroma burst between her lips and teeth. Her taste buds as if entering a wonderland of texture. The chewy, smooth crystal cake danced lightly on her tongue, occasionally bursting in her mouth, releasing little surprises of sweetness. Felt like exploring a whole new world of flavor, as if all her worries vanished into this delightful taste. Song Yunhua and Zissou, seeing this, flashed a smug glint in their eyes. What do you think of this dish? Is it suitable as a small cold dish for the VIP table? Gongsun Zhanzhan, utterly won over, praised repeatedly. It's simply heavenly. It's my first time tasting such a delicious little pastry. Zissa then pulled out more cold dishes. Come. There are a few more dishes that need inspecting. Try this one too. At that moment, on the award platform, Old Master Song cupped his hands. Grand Eunuch, esteemed lords, the time is still a few moments away. Please rest for a bit. Outside the award banquet, Nyla arrived with the demon slave Xiaoming, her gaze sweeping over the lavish banquet scene before smiling faintly, with a slight smile. Looks like the award ceremony's about to start. We arrived just in time. Truly worthy of Tiandu, the nation among all countries that values etiquette and ceremony the most. An inheritor's award ceremony made this grand, as she marveled. Zhang Dagui hurriedly scrambled off an airship. The Song family servant's voice soon rang out. Xiaoyu Kingdom, Samelin family. Miss Nyla gifts 10 million gold. Presents 1 cat-eared demon slave. Hearing this, the banquet guests all turned in shock to look. Xiaoyu Kingdom's Samelin family, one of Xiaoyu's 3 petroleum nobles, the wealthiest of them. The Samelin family, truly Xiaoyu's barbarians, using a demon slave as a gift. But that cat girl is so cute. Young Master Song is really enviable. Kong Xinshin wore a mocking expression. Really no one decent left to show off, even inviting Xiaoyu's barbarians. Song Yunxiang, you've run out of tricks, haven't you? Haha. Song Yunxiang laughed, looking at Nyla and her group. It's that Xiaoyu duo from the ship. Isn't that the demon server from the VIP cabin? What was her name again? Then third Grandpa Song's figure flashed, appearing beside Xiaoming. After sizing her up, he couldn't help but nod inwardly. A cat-eared demon slave. Yun Xiang, you lucky kid. Zhang Dagui led his guards to register their gift. Very soon, the Song family servant's voice rang out again. Zhang family. Young Master Zhang Dagui gives 50 million gold. Temporary wealth. Temporary treasure. 1 box. Song Yunxiang smiled and nodded at him. Zhang Dagui, seeing this, felt a surge of excitement. Young Master Song nodded at me. Looks like he's pretty satisfied with my attitude. His gaze swept over the figures on the award platform. His jaw dropped, freezing in place. The Ruan family, the Bao family, and Zhongzhou's Bao family. So many court big shots actually came to accompany the award. Young Master Song, is this valued by the court? The Zhongzhou Bao family has a saint tier in residence. It's the maternal clan of Consort Bao, the first prince's mother. At that moment, Lord Bao showed a scornful expression. The Zhang family, a mere upstart, dares to claim Zhangzhou and their family prestige? Truly clueless. The Song family has fallen so low, only able to invite the likes of Hong clan, Gu family, and Zhang family, these petty merchants unfit for the grand stage, to prop up their show. Lord Wan, hearing this, quietly whispered a reminder. That Xiaoyu barbarian family just now. Did the two lords notice? The Song family guards the border, yet has ties with foreign merchant families. We could start investigating from there. On the other side, Fij asked curiously, why are they lined up so slanted? Nyla explained to Leiden, because the award delegation represents the Tiandu emperor, so they face southeast toward the northwest to proclaim the edict. That's the charm of culture and etiquette. Fij frowned upon hearing this. Tiandu, always obsessing over these pompous rules. That's why it's so corrupt. His words earned third Grandpa Song's approval. Exactly. Always fussing over these pompous broken rules. This bunch of corrupt trash. Fij froze at his words. Uncle, who are you? Third Grandpa Song laughed heartily, not answering directly. Don't mind me. You guys keep chatting. With that, he moved to the side of the award platform, then climbed up like an ordinary person. Old Master Song panicked upon seeing him. Third uncle, please don't cause trouble, old man. Third Grandpa Song waved his hand, looking completely unbothered. Cause trouble? If I don't come, you'd still want to lead the Song family, to kneel to this spineless thing. Hearing this, Old Master Song hurriedly covered his mouth. The scene already causing a stir. A young eunuch beside Eunuch Lin shouted loudly. Unrelated persons, step back immediately. The award ceremony platform is only for Song family direct lineage. Old Master Song apologized profusely upon hearing this. Sorry, little eunuch. This is indeed a direct elder of my Song family. Song Yunxi nearby was dumbfounded hearing this. Direct elder? How come I've never seen this uncle? Song Yunjing shook her head, her face also showing a puzzled look. Could he be another illegitimate child Grandpa made outside? No, that's not right. Even fourth uncle isn't qualified to go up there. At that moment, Kong Zheng, who knew third Grandpa Song's identity, was thrilled. It's that one. It's starting. The family heads beside him were curious. Old Kong, why do you seem so excited? Kong Zheng chuckled darkly, a spark of anticipation in his eyes. Don't talk. Get ready. That lord is about to start. A Song family servant reported. Marquis. The time has arrived. Old Master Song nodded, then relayed the news to Eunuch Lin. Since the time has arrived, this old eunuch will prepare to proclaim the edict. Song Yun Xiang and all Song family members, please prepare to receive the edict. As Eunuch Lin finished speaking, the young eunuch beside him shouted loudly, Song family members, kneel to receive the holy edict. At those words, Kong Zheng immediately led the family heads to kneel. All the guests at the banquet also knelt in reverence, the atmosphere instantly becoming solemn and dignified. However, on the award platform, the Song family, the stars of the show, did not kneel. Third Grandpa Song chuckled, his eyes showing a dismissive demeanor. What a joke. The Song family is a Saint-tier clan, with the 8 generals of Tiandu in residence. Even the emperor's presence wouldn't require kneeling, let alone a mere edict. Song Yunxiang's award ceremony finally concluded, but in an instant, the powerful third Grandpa Song faced humiliation. Not only was he publicly called an old fool, but they brought up their own ancestor to threaten him. Just moments ago, Eunuch Lin's face shifted slightly hearing third Grandpa Song's refusal to kneel, though his tone remained calm and composed. If the Song family Saint-tier is still present, then it's fine for Duke Song to receive the edict with courtesy. What do you lords think? Lord Ruan cupped his hands, sneering. As everyone knows, that Saint-tier of the Song family fell 20 years ago. The title of Tiandu 8 generals has long been empty. They're no longer a Saint-tier family now, are they? Lord Yang from the Ministry of Justice chimed in. This old man recalls the law states, only when a Saint-tier is present, do the direct lineage of a family have the right not to kneel. Isn't that right? Lord Ho of the Ministry of Rights. Lord Chao gave a slight bow, explaining, when a Saint-tier is present, the family's direct lineage has the right not to kneel before the emperor. It's indeed an old imperial rule. Tiandu City, the empire's orthodoxy, has carried this rule into its etiquette, but strictly speaking, it does require the Saint-tier to be present. Indeed, the Saint-tier must be present. At that moment, Lord Bao, who'd been targeting the Song family, mocked. In that case, if your old Saint-tier is still alive, then please have him step onto this award platform. I'm sure Eunuch Lin won't make things difficult. If you're unwilling, then stop making it hard for Eunuch Lin. Third Grandpa Song's face darkened, a flicker of anger in his eyes. Haha, I knew you little brats couldn't say anything decent. Kids, open your dog eyes and look at this old man. Song Bingchuan has been standing right here on this platform all along. Hearing that name, everyone showed expressions of disbelief. How's that possible? This guy looks like just an inheritor of the Star Soul General Chao Run. Song Bingchuan. Didn't he fall long ago? How could it be? Even if that old thief isn't dead, he should be gravely injured, clinging to life, let alone maintaining a youthful appearance. But this guy actually looks 5 or 6 parts like the portrait my ancestor drew by hand. Lord Bao furrowed his brows, pointing at third Grandpa Song. How bold, Song Bingchuan, an inheritor of the Star Soul General. once one of the Tiandu 8 generals. How dare anyone impersonate him so casually? Third Grandpa Song let out a cold laugh upon hearing this, his gaze sweeping over everyone like a blade. Impersonating, huh? Then let you all feel it properly. As his words fell, a powerful aura erupted from him, the surrounding air seeming to freeze. The faint pressure emanating from Third Grandpa Song's body, making everyone present feel the true Saint tier power. That invisible momentum, pressed down so hard it was nearly suffocating. The lords present paled dramatically, their eyes wide. Saint tier, it's a Saint tier aura. Kong Zheng rejoiced inwardly. I knew it. Damn it, Kong Zheng, you're a genius. Moments later, Yun Xiang spoke up. Third Grandpa, that's enough. Put away your powers for now. Third Grandpa Song smiled lightly, nodded, and that suffocating pressure slowly faded. Yun Xiang subconsciously cupped his hands. Grand Eunuch Lin, since the time has arrived, let's begin the ceremony. Eunuch Lin's eyes flickered. He gave a slight bow, seemingly no longer doubting Third Grandpa Song's identity. Thank you, young Master Song, for your understanding. I never imagined the famed Marquis of the Four Seas, Lord Song Dingchuan, would be right before my eyes. What a lapse, what a lapse. The Marquis's valor is unmatched. His cultivation has advanced even further. It seems all those rumors of falling or being gravely injured were just gossip. This old eunuch and the lords were foolish and blind, failing to recognize the real person. Please, Marquis, don't hold it against this old eunuch. Third Grandpa Song waved his hand at this, a flash of satisfaction on his face. No big deal. Proclaim the edict first. Eunuch Lin wasted no more time, slowly unfurling the edict in his hands. Since the Song family has a saint tier present, please receive the edict with palace courtesy. By the mandate of heaven, the emperor decrees. I, with humble virtue, rule Tiandu, guarding its desires within, where talents abound. Now there is one Song Yun Xiang, exceptionally gifted, awakened as the inheritor of the new Hanjiang's, blessed by the heavens. An auspicious sign for Tiandu, worth 1 billion far-reaching tops. The war was dire. My second son was in grave danger. Fortunately, Song Yun Xiang stepped forward to save him, ensuring his safety, rescuing the second prince from peril. His strategies outwitted the enemy, capturing the bandit general alive and in court, facing many with few, with the strength of a weak saint. His might shook the four fields. His bravery and great contributions to the nation's revival were immense, thus specially granted, and Song Yun Xiang is awarded the title of Baron of Lingbei County South, promoted across 2 ranks, granted 1,000 households and several treasures, 300 untaken. May Song Yun Xiang fulfill his duties diligently, uphold loyalty, keep the imperial favor in mind, with serving the nation as his ambition, continue to exert all efforts for my Tiandu, ensuring the peace and joy of my subjects, protecting the integrity and justice of Tiandu's borders. May the subjects of Tiandu take him as an example, be loyal to their lord, and bravely serve the nation, together witnessing the prosperity of Tiandu. Thus decreed, receive the edict, and give thanks. Song Xianan. Song Yun Xiang respectfully extended both hands. Your servant Song Yun Xiang thanks His Majesty's great favor. After handing over the edict, Eunuch Lin smiled faintly. Congratulations to the Song family on gaining another baron. 3 marquises in 1 lineage is within sight. Old Master Song showed a look. Thank you, Grand Eunuch, for your kind words. Grand Eunuch, this way please. This old man has prepared a banquet in the inner courtyard hall. Please, Grand Eunuch and esteemed lords, step this way. The Marquis is thoughtful. Then this old eunuch won't stand on. With that, Eunuch Lin walked toward the inner courtyard alongside Old Master Song. Song Yunqi, amidst the crowd, asked in confusion, Sis, that kind of sleazy-looking uncle just now is actually a saint-tier powerhouse, and our family's old grandpa. Song Yunjing shook her head. I don't know, but that saint-tier pressure can't be faked. I didn't expect the Song family still had a saint-tier elder. They hit it deep. But Grandpa and Cousin Yun Xiang didn't seem surprised. Maybe this Grandpa's recovery has something to do with that stinky little brother Yun Xiang. The group had just left the award platform, not yet reaching the inner courtyard, when Lord Zhai, amidst the crowd, trembled with rage, gritting his teeth. Finally unable to hold back, he publicly challenged, Song family old thief. Do you still recognize this old man? Third Grandpa Song raised a brow. Little brat, who are you? Lord Zhai's face turned ashen, burning with fury. His voice practically squeezed through his teeth. Old thief. Back then, you abandoned my grandfather, tricked my grandmother into joining our Zhai family. This grudge is irreconcilable. Third Grandpa Song looked puzzled, as if struggling to recall. Who remembers your grandmother? Back then, I slept with more widows than you have bastard fathers. Hearing this, Lord Zhai radiated anger like a tangible force across the scene, clenching his fists, about to charge forward for a duel. Old thief, I'll fight you to the death. I'll never forgive you. Seeing his companion so humiliated, Lord Bao mustered his courage and stepped forward, beginning to accuse, Marquis of the Four Seas. Even if you're still alive, so what? Even if you've regained your peak strength, you're just Saint Tier 3rd rank. Third Grandpa Song was dumbfounded. Another one popping up? Who the hell are you now? Lord Bao continued regardless. Others ascend to sainthood, all like gods and demons. This old man isn't afraid. My Zhangzhou Bao family, with the current 8 general as witness. As he spoke, a flaming meteor streaked across the sky. Third Grandpa Song glanced at it, then asked, "Your Bao family has a saint tier too?" "How many?" Lord Bao swelled with pride. "What do you mean how many? My Bao family's ancestor is saint tier 3rd rank like you, and at the peak of 3rd rank, plus countless heavenly tiers." 3rd Grandpa Song shrugged nonchalantly, picking at his ear, smirking. "Oh, really? Well, sorry. Now we've got 2 saint tiers."